morning right here on 94.1. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. How we doing, everybody? It's the Morning Huddle on a Friday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm AJ. Over here to my left. He's ready. He's got his Aggie gear on. He is ready. Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Robert.
Carry on. Carry on. We did it. We did it.
And over on the other side of the glass, the torta smasher himself.
That's right. New shoes Vic.
The Tia Thief. Victor Brown. Slick Vic, good morning.
Good morning.
I gave Vic some shoes without laces today. What a gift. What a gift.
Are you kidding?
What a gift. Yeah, the realization that no one in my house can wear shoes that are size 12 anymore.
Wow.
And Vic was like, yeah, I'm a 12.
I'm exactly a 12.
So,
And they fit perfect.
Good for you, Vic. Good for you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it pisses me off, too, because they're barely worn, and both my kids blamed the other for buying them. And and when I say for them buying them, I mean spending my money on them to have these shoes. And I said, well, why didn't you guys ever wear these? And they're like, oh, those are Holden's. Oh, those are Jake's.
That's a vast difference. My kids know exactly what theirs is.
Yeah.
Right.
There ain't no disputing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's sitting around that I don't know if that's mine or not.
Were your kids always around the same size?
No, not really. No. Not, in fact, well, actually kind of.
Yeah.
For a lot of time because they were 4 years different, but the younger one was
catching up.
Much taller, it turned out.
Same way it ended up with mine. Like Holden is 13 years old. He wears a size 12 and a half now.
That's Clay.
And Jake is a grown adult, and he wears a size 13. Mm-hmm. So it's I was a little frustrated, but at least they'll get some good use. Vic can mow the grass in them or whatever whatever Vic does.
What size shoe you wear?
13.
13.
Yeah.
I wear 13s and Jordans. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm
pretty typical 12.
Yeah. I figured I didn't even ask you because I figured because you're like the same size as me, so I figured you were bigger foot.
Like Adidas, some Adidas I probably should wear a 13, but yeah, I'm pretty typically a 12 at Nike.
Yeah.
He needs special hook foot shoes.
Yeah, I've got one toe I have to have one large rounded area.
I'll tell you one thing that's happened to me as I've aged is I don't know if this has happened to you. Do either of you ever wear fitted hats?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a 7 1/4.
Well, my cowboy hats. That's all. That's it.
I've been a 7.5 my whole life.
Okay. Without hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, even when I had hair, I was still a 7.5.
Really?
Yeah,
my hat size varies by the haircut, man.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, I always kept my hair pretty short anyway. But now I'm like a 7 5/8. Like a 7.5, I put it on, it's snug. Like my head is getting big. I'm like Barry Bonds.
What's going on?
I don't know.
His skull is thickening.
It could be.
He can take a bullet off the forehead. It won't even penetrate.
Well, yeah, I'm like Barry Bonds now. My head is just growing and growing and growing.
Or the brain is just so chock full of knowledge that it's swelling.
It could be that. It could be that.
Or there's a fat layer on your head that's.
It more likely is that.
Does the back of your neck look like a package of hot dogs?
It looks like 2 packets of hot dogs.
Aha! That's what it is.
It looks like a fist.
It looks like you got a packet of hot dogs on the back of your neck.
What's going on here?
It's time to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Damn.
No more boudin.
That's Dr. Torres' first test at the Institute.
The hot dog neck test.
Does the back of your neck look like a package of hot dogs? If it does,
we've
got to have a conversation.
Yeah. We're going to inject some semaglutide into your neck.
Semaglutide, that's right.
I was a big loser last night. It's funny, I won a little bit because I bet the 49ers plus 9.5 points. When it got to 9.5, I said, well, what are we even doing here?
So the Niners covered the 9.5 quite easily, or 8.5, wherever you got it. They covered all numbers.
Check this turn I hit last night. I hit a five-leg turd on my Prize Picks last night.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I hit one very similar. In fact,
that's as good a win as I've had in a week, 2 weeks.
In fact, I had that same thing. I had those, and I had God, I forget what the other one I had was.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I mean, it went about exactly how we thought it was going to go.
The only thing I took under was McCaffrey rushing because I just knew he was going to catch a bunch of passes. But everything else, all the overs hit if you were going offense. We would have thought by the score, right?
Well, yeah. Well, while I did make a little bit of money betting the 49ers on the spread, I was eliminated from my survivor pool.
That sucks. I wonder how many people did get killed by that fumble.
That was pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie. That was a brutal way to lose it.
And then to go back to the same freaking play and lose the game on it again.
Which
just tear that page of the playbook out there, Coach.
Which you know what, man? And there was should we have should the Rams have gone for it? I think they should have. I think they did the right move. Yeah. I just didn't like the play call. Every time the Rams need to quit trying to be a heavy run team. First of all,
he has to, man, or they're gonna bomb Stafford. You have to be a threat there. Stafford, he's so immobile. You got to keep.
But he gets the ball out so fast.
I'm just saying,
just spread out the weapons. He knows where he's going with the ball.
I think now I disagree with the call. I don't disagree with the methods that McVay employs. I think that there's always a search for the back, and maybe Kyron's not big enough to do some of the stuff. But I get the fact that every now and then you got to prove that you can get through the tackles. And
I cannot imagine it. I haven't gone and looked at the fourth down robot to see if they should have gone for it or what. Let me see if I
think the numbers. I saw something on.
I can't imagine analytically that's a bad call.
I saw something regarding the analytics. I'll have to find it that said it was the proper call.
Okay, they said it was a proper call.
At home on turf, yada yada.
They still messed it up.
Let's see the fourth down decision bot.
No, to go for it was the right call.
Fourth down decision bot says recommendation strong field goal attempt plus 3.2. They say the win percent, the likelihood of converting on fourth down or making a field goal. If you go for it, you win 21% of the time, and your success is 53%. And I think also, I can't fight with him.
Care about the analytics. The going for it. I'm all in. I think, and I don't know if last week with the Cowboys had anything to do with that. I doubt it. If I'm at home, I'm playing a team like this. I got to win the game because they're in it for. If they're in for a penny, they're in for a dollar. If I don't win it now, I ain't gonna win it. That's my attitude because they shouldn't be here anyway. So they're living. I'm living on borrowed time, and I'm at home, even though it didn't feel like it. The crowd did not make it feel like it was at home, but it was. I don't know. What else would you have done? Rolled out, just let Cooper go get open, or let Puka go get open.
I probably would have, sent my guys out there and probably hit Kyron in the flat, which is what they did all night every time they needed a first down.
What's it? Players over plays. Go find your player and make a play.
I mean, that's why you've got all these weapons. Right. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Especially the fumble. That one. I'm not mad at that call, dude. Hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
But the second time, that would have been a better move. But I'm not mad at it.
Certainly, I trust Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. I trust any of them more than I trust that kicker who had already had a crappy night. I'm not putting the fate of my game on that kicker. No way.
So, and I'm not sure. I think it proved a couple things. San Francisco Shanahan understands how to coach average talent more than any other football coach. Just can get guys to play so well since Belichick, really. I mean, it doesn't matter the guy. Those guys tend to perform, and in a big game like this, it was an extraordinary coaching move against. It was such a brilliant chess match. It turned into a 23-20 game just because there weren't bad plays. There were great plays to stop good plays. You know, it was a thoroughly enjoyable game. And if I'm a Ram fan today, I'm not mad. There's some little things to tighten up, but that's a good football team. They're good. They just played a buzzsaw team. I think they might have taken them a little lightly, but give all the credit to Shanahan, man.
Rams now have 2 losses. Remember the loss to Philly that they absolutely they win 9 times out of 10, and then this one I think they win 9 times out of 10.
I agree. So I guess you can have just as much as you can have a moral victory, you can have the even though it's a loss and you know twice. Do 2 ties, 2 bad losses or good losses equal a win in your mind? Like, can you walk around like I don't really feel like I'm a loser at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they should feel. I think there's certainly frustration, and they should have run away from that team. And Stafford, quite frankly,
did you hear post game? Stafford was like, "Yeah, man, there's a lot of little things we need to fix, but I'm not brokenhearted about this."
Yeah, I think that McVay is going to second guess the call. For a while.
But if they'd have gotten the win in overtime, I think they'd wake up today with the exhale of OW, but really not feel any different about their team. You know, I don't think if they'd have gotten the win, McVay would have felt any more impressed or less impressed with his football team if you just look at the performance without the win or loss.
Yeah.
Because they ran into a buzzsaw. San Francisco played a great football game. They really did.
But it's still a backup quarterback. And
I think he's like the 33rd starting quarterback in the NFL. That guy can play. He's good. You forget how battered and beaten he was in New England. But he has a legitimate starting quarterback. He has the mentality. He's the tough son of a gun, too, man. He was getting battered.
Last year, he was better than Trevor Lawrence half the time in Jacksonville. This year, he's better than Brock Purdy, at least so far. And you know what? Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll discuss where the 49ers what they should be feeling right now about their offseason decision. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 on a Friday. San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
The northeast side have some overnight construction causing some delays. This is on I-35 southbound as you approach Loop 410, actually between Randolph and Loop 410, still reduced to 1 lane. This is also affecting the connector ramp to Loop 410. All in total, you're looking at about a 10 or 11-minute delay, so definitely plan accordingly. Also starting to see an increase in traffic near downtown through that construction zone on I-35 southbound as you approach I-10. And on the west side, still cleaning up an accident, Loop 1604 just south of Highway 90. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportsstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football giveaway. Register and win at sasportsstar.com.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Eddie in Alabama. 06 Mustang GT Shaker 500. $5,000.
All right, I'll think about it.
Totally. Have you noticed that we have trouble coming to terms with customers in Alabama?
Yeah, they're kind of like hard-ass like Oklahoma.
The common denominator here is meth and great football.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025 landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Good morning to all the living dead girls out there and all the living regular girls.
Is that a Swift reference?
No, that's a Rob Zombie reference.
Yeah. Oh.
What are you thinking about, Rob?
I thought today was all about Taylor Swift.
Well, I don't know that Vic has access to any of the new tunes today yet. If I were Vic, that's how I would have come prepared, and we would have played Taylor all day. But
so didn't it drop like at 11 o'clock last night?
Yeah.
Midnight?
Yeah, but Vic was asleep.
Yeah, I was asleep, and this morning I was getting the show ready.
Getting the show ready. That's all right. Rob Zombie's he's the man version of Taylor.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people
Taylor on testosterone.
A lot of people agree, and they're very similar styles.
Crank.
Okay. Imagine last night you're the 49ers. You get a big win, big division win. You are now seemingly the team to beat in what is probably the best division in football.
Feels like it.
If Arizona's the worst team, they're 2-2. I don't think they're bad.
Yeah, we'll see. I think let's see. We'll talk. Let's have this conversation on Monday.
Okay. Well, Rams are 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle's 3-1. I think we can say there's at least not a garbage. There's not a garbage team in the division.
Very competitive division. Not a bad division at all.
Yeah, and I still think the 49ers. There's a little bit of fugazi there.
This was a buzzsaw night. Yeah.
No, it's not dissimilar to Pittsburgh, where yes, Pittsburgh has a good record. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how good the 49ers are.
Well, we know how good the 49ers can be when fully healthy.
But when are they going to be that?
That's just it. And they surprised last night, but I don't think this was there.
But if I wake up and I'm the GM of the 49ers, I say, why did I give Brock Purdy all this money? Look, you can find a guy at the park who can do this as long as Kyle Shanahan's around. Why did I give Brandon Ayuk all this money when Kendrick Bourne just turned into Brandon Ayuk last night? All you got, you are paying. I think the 49ers and the Rams both might be like the kings of pay the right coach and your players you have some flex with.
Well, I agree with the conversation about Purdy. Brandon Ayuk, you had to pay. There's guys like Ayuk and McCaffrey and the high-paid skill positions.
Different.
McCaffrey's different. I'm going to put Ayuk in there, too, just because you pay those guys because not only the plays that they make, because of the gravity they bring. They might not be the one that makes the play, but they got the double team so the other guy could get open. So I won't discuss. I mean, we could argue about the amount Ayuk got, but I don't have a problem with him getting paid commensurate with the rest of the world because he does bring weight. Same with McCaffrey. Same with Kittle. Now Purdy, on the other hand, we all knew everybody, and the thing about it is that's what makes all of us who are non-49er fan. I don't have a dog in this race, but we knew that this guy's average, and your coach, who's already done it before with Garoppolo, did it again. So whose fault is it really? Is it Lynch's fault? Because, dude, he's already done it once. You should have just known, look, it doesn't matter. Even though you think you want him, even though you're telling me you want him, I know you're fully capable of turning a bad quarterback into an average quarterback, or an average quarterback into a really good quarterback, or a really good quarterback into a great quarterback. So I know you might be tired of the work and the effort it takes to get him there, but I'm not going to pay Purdy. You're going to have to do it again.
That's what I would have said. It is just it's mind blowing that he just takes what, and it can't be just whatever because Trey Lance didn't work, but
he's a very specific type.
But I also
there's a type of quarterback, and Garoppolo, Purdy, and Jones are all the same type of quarterback. You get that type, it doesn't really matter.
I also know on good authority that the Trey Lance decision was not a Kyle Shanahan decision.
I don't know. I think Mac Jones is, and I think part of this argument would have been if there would have been their backup quarterback would have been something akin to JT or Fields or you name the other well talked about off traveled backup quarterbacks that aren't capable of that. They're very lucky to have a guy like Mac Jones who has some starting experience. He looked like it. So, if they didn't have as good a backup as they have, we might not be having this conversation just because Mac Jones does have some experience. But on the other side of that, I think John Lynch, this is on him, man. This was money you probably shouldn't have spent. Everybody knew there was a possibility you probably shouldn't have spent it, and you were proven this weekend. But I don't think they're, I think that this team's going to be okay because they can overpay their quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got a good enough Shanahan's good enough to coach around a position or two that won't be having the max talent because they overpaid their quarterback. It's to them last night, it proved to me all that matters to this football team right now is health. If that's a healthy football team, they're a playoff caliber, deep run kind of team. Whether it's Mac Jones or Purdy, that was a hell of a game they played last night. Fred Warner is an absolute beast, just an absolute animal.
Yeah.
There's no, and it doesn't show in the stats, but when you watch the game, and one of the great things about Prime, have you watched the other view where it's the scout team view?
I don't like that view.
I love it.
Really?
Oh,
I never.
I mean, I can't watch it all game because you miss all the good highlights. But in the play, I happen to have it on when Kyron fumbled. I happened to have flipped over to watch the play develop. It was a beautifully blocked and called play. I mean, he had the hole. He was a little bit to the right of where he should have been, but the play call. Now, this is the fumble, not the fourth down. The fourth down was terribly blocked. That wasn't going to happen. But in the fumble, it should have been a touchdown. 9 times out of 10, that's a touchdown. This Kyron didn't move to his left by about 6 inches. That was it. That just gave enough room for tackle to punch that ball out.
I just think that when we're not,
we got lost in the conversation.
Yeah,
I think of all the teams. Now, Purdy didn't get grossly overpaid. He just got a little overpaid. I mean, by performance, you had to give him a certain amount, just by previous performance. There was a number at which you go, well.
Or you could have just
you
found a
could
new
have just
guy.
said goodbye. Did they have Mac Jones at the time?
No.
See, maybe that was part of it because I've been so impressed with how this guy's managed to play. So maybe that played a little bit more into it. They didn't have the backup that they ended up with. I don't know, but I'm not nearly as mad at San Francisco for paying Purdy as I was for the Cowboys paying Dak. I can tell you that.
Well, the way, yeah. But
this
again,
is a different situation.
It just feels like, man, the San Francisco. What I know every game is Kyle Shanahan is going to. He could take like a bunch of dudes who are driving Uber, and he's going to write some stuff down, and say, you're going to go get a drive on the opening touchdown. Like you're going to go get a touchdown on the opening drive. You're going to get one because that's what they do.
You get the sense that he can do that, but
like what other team could show up without their starting quarterback, without their best pass rusher, without their top 3 receivers, without their starting tight end, against a good football team?
Exactly.
And win that game.
They played above their pay grade yesterday. It was a buzzsaw. Those guys were lit up. I think they walked into that stadium with a good game plan, and half that field was in red. Half that building was in red.
Yeah.
It felt like if not a home game, certainly a neutral site, and I think they got some juice, and they played a great football game. And I'm not going to take a lot away from the Rams. They took some stuff from the Rams. The Rams played okay.
Rams did play well.
It wasn't a badly played game. They just couldn't run the football effectively at all. And Devontae was devoid. They took him out of the game.
They did do a good job of removing him.
So, it was all they could do to stay in it. It's just a well-played, if not spectacular football game.
Well, again, I think this, and that's the other thing. Shanahan has typically owned Sean McVay, and it was just another example last night. And you could see on McVay's face when Kyron fumbled going into the end zone. And I felt bad for Kyron Williams, too. I like seeing him on the sideline just distraught.
And how much of – well, and here's you got to think about this. Well, how much of the – he got another chance.
Yeah.
And McVay gave him the ball again. A rather symbolic move. I mean, it was. I mean, can you imagine being in that huddle when the call came in and everybody looked at each other like, "What?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?" So, a lot of respect for the coach to put that back in his players to say how much I trust you, but maybe not the best call in hindsight.
Yeah, and Kyron Williams had a hell of a day. Other than that, averaged just under 5 yards a carry. And had 8 catches for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. So other than the fumble and being stopped on 4th down, Kyron Williams had a day.
He's tough.
The guy who really they've got to have questions about is Blake Corum, who I know everybody was excited about. Blake Corum fumbling that ball early when the Rams had a chance to go down and needed it. And he fumbled.
I don't understand. And like I say, with every man, they have a female body type, whatever it is. Every man's got a type. McVay's got a type of a running back that I never felt fit his system. I don't know why he likes all these little backs. Why doesn't he? It seems like he needs a back a little bit of heft. He likes to run between the tackles, but he wants little tiny dudes to do it.
Because he wants them to help in the receiving game.
I agree, but
too.
it just seems like maybe you could find a bigger dude to do some of that flat work. Because you put your running backs in tough situations, man. It's hard for him, and Quorum's ridiculously
Quorum's smaller than Kyron Williams.
It's just an interesting body type, style of back that you have for the kind of work you want him to do.
And again, Christian McCaffrey, I think didn't run the ball well for like the umpth time this season. He's not run the ball well all season, but was a major factor in the pass game. And
I'm going to bring back a name, and they're pretty equal, I think. He reminds me, he's turning into Ricky Watters back in the day. Ricky Watters played in this style of offense back for the 49ers and the Eagles.
Yeah.
And he was one of those fantasy gods because he'd get 80 yards receiving every game. And 25, 30 total yards were through the roof, and touchdowns were fine, but he didn't carry the ball a lot.
That's kind of the way Thurman Thomas was.
Same idea. Those backs that you just don't think of. I mean, they have a huge effect on the game, and they're running the ball a lot. It's just the way that they're receiving the ball. It just doesn't quite fit. It's that style of get them in the flat and get them open and get them moving.
And that's kind of the scary thing is Shanahan's offense right now is average. Like last night, they averaged 2.2 yards per carry. 2.2 yards per carry. And Shanahan is a guy who he'll tell you, every time I want to be running the ball well. If we're running the ball well, everything else is going to work. Shanahan relies on running the ball well, and they haven't this year, and they're still sitting at 4-1 with all these injuries.
He handed the ball to the fullback it was like a 3rd and 1 call, a little
check.
trickeration play. And it didn't quite work, and he felt like, man, that's kind of a desperate move. That was kind of an odd call, just to try to establish.
Well, that's
some
one thing
kind
he's
going to
do. He's not going to stop trying to run.
Yeah, and it was at that point you thought, oh, I probably wouldn't have run that one, but it kind of fits the idea of I have to be able to run the football.
This is a stat from last night. Niners had 74 rushing yards on 33 carries. The Rams had 78 rushing yards on 16 carries. That's how bad the Niners were running the ball.
But
it didn't
what's
matter.
Total yards from your backs? And then add in all the receiving yards that guys picked up. And you go, if you acted like that was their running game, they're right in there with the rest of the NFL. I mean, they're high average as far as carries with the ball, with backs and, that kind of stuff. It's just little flat passes.
Yep.
I mean, that's old 49er flat pass.
All right, well, that's enough on the Rams and Niners. We got plenty more to look forward to now. Oh, yes. And not only that, not only do we have football to look forward to, Major League Baseball, the divisional round is decided.
And we have WNBA finals.
Oh,
it's happening. And we have the cheese man going on along. This is
basketball.
This is starting to feel kind of like by design. I think it's almost feeling artificial here.
What do you mean?
The Caitlyn and this letter, and then we're getting into the fun. Oh, the drama. Oh,
Rob, how dare you?
Oh,
how dare you?
Caitlyn's all in.
Ladies creating.
You gotta say something, Caitlyn.
Ladies creating drama. I can't believe it.
You gotta say something, Caitlyn. The finals are tomorrow. You need to come out of your cave. We haven't heard from you in 2 weeks.
All right, we'll get into all that and more. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Northeast side have some overnight construction causing some delays. This is on I-35 southbound as you approach Loop 410, actually between Randolph and Loop 410, still reduced to one lane. This is also affecting the connector ramp to Loop 410. All in total, you're looking at about a 10 or 11-minute delay, so definitely plan accordingly. Also starting to see an increase in traffic near downtown through that construction zone on I-35 southbound as you approach I-10. And on the west side, still cleaning up an accident, Loop 1604 just south of Highway 90. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is so simple. You pick your favorite players if they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns. You get them right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. The easiest money going these days, whoever's playing quarterback against the Cowboys, they're going higher on their yards, right? Puka Nacua is catching 10 footballs a week. Let's go higher on him. And it's not just football. They've got baseball, UFC, whatever you love, they've got it at Underdog. It's so simple, guys. Download the app today, sign up with promo code Alamo, score $100 in bonus funds when you play for your first $5. That's promo code Alamo, A-L-A-M-O. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hey Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the H-E-B Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by H-E-B.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metrics True Score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person with whom you made the deal. Additional terms apply.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh!
Shut up, Rob.
Oh!
Uh-huh. Oh. I'll know all the words in a week or two.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll give you a little bit.
No rush. Let's let this wash over us for a month or so.
Let me hear that.
This is the kicker. Well, I'm good. I don't know about y'all.
What a hater.
The Fate of Ophelia.
What a hater.
It's not a bad song, but I don't think that's going to be a chart topper.
Oh, you don't?
Well, I mean, I don't think that she's going to lead with this. Is this the lead? Is this the drop
This
single?
is just track one.
This is just track one.
Yeah.
But what's the single that's coming? Do we know?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. It is Honey and the Life of a Showgirl.
The Life of a Showgirl's that's the
okay.
the name of the album.
Mm-hmm.
So let's maybe
let's save that.
Maybe next segment we'll come in with some
Where else?
I'll play that one next.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, we call it
yes.
driveway listening. I can't get out of the car now. I'm about to hear some TS.
Yeah. And a lot of love for the 49ers in the chat, and rightfully so. Yeah, they've got it going on, man. Although Dave says Purdy's already better than Dak, he's worth it. And come on, AJ, the coach doesn't play the game.
Oh, young
Dude.
man. And now Jimmy's and Joe's. I will
It
always
matters.
agree.
I
But
agree, but-
quarterbacks and coaches and the combo between the two is the most important relationship in all of sports.
Yeah.
In you name the sport, there's no more important relationship than whoever your quarterback whisperer is. Most of the time it's your coach, but or the OC and the quarterback. That's the most important thing. It'll make or break your team and careers, both as the coach and the player.
And particularly in this day and age of offensive wizardry, like having a coach who has a good grasp of what you can do and what your strengths are and can come up with a game plan for that is just so valuable. And dude, to me, you saw the two best in the world.
That's why
last night.
we had a 23-20 game that felt like it could have been 50 or 2.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a slugfest of just genius chess moves. It was just a well played, well coached game.
All due respect to Andy Reid, who's done a lot of wonderful things. All due respect to guys like O'Connell and McDaniel, who I think are still very good at what they do. But McVay and Shanahan, to me, that's the cream. If I had any choice of who my head coach was going to be, I'd pick Sean McVay. I think Kyle Shanahan might be right behind him. And the only reason I'd pick McVay is because I've seen him win. I've seen him win a Super Bowl. But yeah, to me, the coach in the NFL especially, like Major League Baseball, I don't care who manages the team. A dope can manage a baseball. Like that's what. Like, dude, I coached club baseball. I'm no baseball genius. You don't have to be. It's a simple game. The NFL, especially football at that level, there's no simplicity to it.
The CEO-ness of that position is hard to even grasp. I can't even fathom.
And especially these coaches that not only are being the head coach, but also handling the play calling and doing it all at a super high level.
It's hard for me to fathom that. And when you talk to these guys, like it's McVay in particular, he can – the true masters, when you talk to guys like that, can pull out individual plays and then things that happen inside of that play from 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll tell you what happened right before and what happened after, because they have that kind of context that I can't even put it into words how they're capable of doing what they do.
Yeah.
You know, it's next level kind of stuff, and both of those guys do it at a level that I've never seen before. Now they're the epitome of the new style of coach. I mean, they're the new. They're not yellers, they're not screamers, but they get you motivated in ways that we didn't get back 30 years ago.
All right, I'm already screwing up the clock this morning, so we'll try and get back on track. Thank you, Vic, and we'll get into this week's football coming up. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ziprecruiter.com/free.
Ah, the sweet feelings of summer. The kiss of warm sun on your skin. The softly scented breeze blowing through the trees. Don't worry, you have Off Clean Feel, fragrance-free mosquito repellent that feels good on skin, so even mosquitoes can't ruin those sweet feelings of summer. Off Clean Feel. Prevention is the best protection from mosquitoes.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
What do you think this one, Rob?
I like it more than the first one.
This will be all over the radio.
Yeah, this has got this has got a hook. Oh, this will be yeah. I'm gonna hear this 10,000 times.
He was a menace.
Got a pleasant sound.
Don't be a hater. I already see people on the Brigade Bar hating. Antonio says, "Hey, Bobcat."
There we go.
Helmet Hair Joe says, "Stop rubbing your facial hair all over the mic. He has to pluck it out."
Rub it on there, buddy.
I'm not. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I spit it out. I don't know.
I don't know.
Here, give it a nice little.
If I had any control over that, I'd do my best there, Joe.
I'm so sick of those guys complaining about us.
No, I deserve it.
Complaining about us and our.
No, I mean,
our friend.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know, Kitty. Yeah. They'll never understand our relationship.
I have to put up with them.
Well. So I'm
just gonna rub my face all like a cat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. That's the Bobcat.
It actually feels pretty good.
It does. That's why cats like it.
I just have to continue doing this. Man.
Make a purring sound when you do it.
All right. So we're about an hour into the program here on a Friday, and we are one game into Week 5 of the NFL. I do want to talk NFL, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch to baseball in the next hour. And I say the next hour. We're going to switch to baseball for a segment and talk about what's going on in Major League Baseball. Somebody on the Brigade Bar said, it's October. You guys should be talking baseball.
We are. We will.
We will. But listen, October is still football season. Baseball lost their rights to be like the kings of October anymore. They're not that. They're still second fiddle in October. Football is king.
I spent more time on
12
football.
months a year.
I spent more time on football last night, but I will say watching the Yankee-Sox game was a lot of fun. That was playoff baseball.
Man, with two rookie pitchers, and one of them
Schlittler.
One of them made a name for himself.
Schlittler, smile when you say that.
I know. I'm already picturing. I haven't seen the New York.
I know. I have a
the New York Post.
For him.
I'm guaranteeing it says "Holy Schlitt" is my guess.
I was going to say the big Schlittler
or "Holy Schlittler." Something, but yeah, the New York Post had to do something like that.
Is Schlitz beer coming back?
There's all kinds of the opportunities that await this young man are huge, from the porn industry all the way to the beer industry.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got a lot to
get on his knees
unpack
and think,
with him.
God, he's got this platform to make some extra money.
He should be on his knees. But we'll see how it holds up. As they head to Toronto, to the Great White North.
And Cubs win. Taking on Milwaukee. Gonna be fun.
I felt so bad for the Padres last night.
I didn't.
Did you see the end of the game?
I did. You're right.
They got
kind of robbed.
That was horrific umpiring. And
But I have a sentimental attachment to the Cubs. I think there was God moving in the right direction.
I'm ready for next year where you can challenge balls and strikes when you got a ball that damn near bounces off the plate and you ring a guy
look
up.
Good to me.
Ring a guy up in the 9th inning.
Look good to me, brother. I don't know what you're talking about.
Terrible. All right, we'll talk about all that coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's almost easy deal days at Staples. Starting October 5th, enjoy 7 days of savings on over 1,000 products online and in your local Staples store. From tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Get a sneak peek of all the deals at staples.com. Staples, that was easy.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast. With the stars of the MCU.
Everybody's going to be talking about whether we're casting for this character.
The creators of Marvel Comics.
Spider-Man is the greatest fictional character in history.
And Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
giving you exclusive access to Marvel's adventures like never before. The official Marvel Podcast. New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
On the west side, have some heavy traffic now on Highway 90 eastbound from Highway 211 to Loop 410. Now, there are reports of an incident just before Loop 410. Right now, you're looking at about a 15-minute delay through that stretch. Also, downtown, I-35 is southbound. As you approach I-10 through that construction zone, starting to see some sluggish traffic, about a 5-minute delay through there. And good news on the northeast side, I-35 is southbound as you approach Loop 410. The Barrel Line have been picked up, and traffic is rebounded nicely through that area. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Last night in Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland, sending them packing. The Chicago Cubs sent the San Diego Padres home, and the Yankees, behind a gem of a game from a rookie named Schlittler, took down Boston 4-0. Tonight, San Antonio Sports Star High School Football Game of the Week is the Warren Warriors taking on the Stevens Falcons. It starts at 7 with a pregame right here on 94.1. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy Friday. We made it, friends. We made it.
We're only 28 days from Halloween.
Yes.
I noticed last night it was dark at 7:20, like dark.
Oh, yeah, when does the time change?
I think we got another couple weeks before we get there.
Before we fall back.
Which is the best time of year for us.
Oh, yeah, for us.
Oh, an extra hour's sleep.
I was thinking, man, I needed that today.
Now, there is another move afoot, at least at the state level, that we might go away from that.
I don't want to do it if it's only at the state level.
Yeah, I don't want to be, but I think
I don't want to be like weirdo Arizona, where we don't do this. Everybody else in the world.
I know, right?
Yeah,
but the arrogance of but the thing about Texas is, if we do it, other people are gonna follow.
Yeah,
we don't give a crap what Arizona does, but Texas does it. There'll be others that go, yeah.
Let's all do it, man. Let's get rid of this thing. I don't know. We don't need that. Okay. I mean, what do we? Farmers care? I don't even think farmers care.
Well, you do have to hit the harvest.
You know what? I guess you're right. In the harvest moon.
I just don't know which one I want.
I mean, I don't. Does it really matter? Because it'll be half and half the year anyway. It'll be. Yeah. We'll just get used to it.
I haven't seen the sunrise in forever, so I'm like a vampire.
I ain't looking for that anyway. I don't want to see the sunrise.
In here.
There's no big.
No, I mean, I was thinking, which one would I want? Do I want more light in the morning for kids that getting on a bus and walking to school, or do I want more light at night?
It should get dark at 6.
No, that's too early. I like dark at 7.
In the hotter climes, I feel like I want more light at night. You know, you know what I mean? I want it to be 9 o'clock and still be light.
No, I don't want that.
No?
No, especially for us, because I might go to bed at 9 o'clock some nights, and then I want it to be dark outside when I go to bed.
But I guess that might be the case. But you don't go to bed at 9, neither do I.
No, but if I wanted to one
that's
night.
never going to happen.
I do. I go to bed at 8.
Vic does.
Actually, 7:30 is when I go.
Well, most of the people. What about the Morning Brigade? They're down with us. The Brigade
I
bar.
know,
They're
these guys
early
wake up
birds.
early,
Would you
man.
rather have more light in the morning or at night?
I don't think they care.
They're all vampires.
They're gonna rage anyway.
They're all in the basement.
All right, we've got our divisional round in Major League Baseball. The Tigers got a 6-3 win over the Guardians yesterday.
Best team you've seen. What's team? Is there any of these wild card types that have a chance? The Dodgers. Well,
I mean, but
I don't even count the Dodgers.
Also, the Dodgers are playing the Phillies, so take that for what you will. But the Tigers, behind a 4-run seventh inning, got the win 6-3 over the Guardians. So all that talk about the collapse and they lost the division.
Put it to bed, baby. It's all
didn't matter.
Ancient history.
Now the Tigers they've got to go on the road in the division. Now, I guess that is still the thing because they had to go on the road for the wild card and they've got to go on the road for the divisional round.
You got to pay your price. I mean, you screwed this thing up, but you're back in good stead.
Yeah, they're headed to Seattle, where that'll start on Saturday, which means Tariq Skubal will be ready to go on Saturday. So we should have
Skubal dumper matchup.
Scoobly doobly. And the Mariners have a bunch of great pitching. The Tigers have an ace. So it's going to be I think that's going to be a fun series.
Can I propose that we only do playoffs on Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
I wish we could do that. I would be for that. But
don't you? Because you're talking about this game, and I know.
You're not going to
see
watch
any of it. I know, and I'm going to want to see it. I'm going to think I'm going to watch it.
It's going to be on during the Aggie game, probably.
I'm going to have plans to watch it, and I'm not going to see any of it.
No, I don't think so either. There's also there's a big UFC card this weekend, a pay-per-view. I'm not going to see this baseball game.
Read the room, man. Own Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Own it.
I'll catch you in the CS or the World Series, but. I guess on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights I've been watching baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Own the night. That you've got me.
The Cubs get a 3-1 win over the Padres, and while it was, I would say, a deserved win for the Cubs, they were the better team throughout. Boy, the Padres got jobbed in the 9th inning. Xander Bogaerts comes up, and they've already got a runner on. They're down 2, and you're talking about. It was nobody on yet.
No, it was
full count, and there's a pitch that is borderline a dirt ball.
It was a cutter.
It was nowhere near a strike. And Bogart starts walking to first, and he gets punched out, and he can't believe it. The manager, his face is all red. And then, of course, and this pitcher that was pitching for the Cubs at that point was wild. He had no idea where the ball was going. He hits the next 2 batters.
One in the leg. That
and
hurt.
It's like the bases should have been loaded with no outs, and instead the Cubs hang on, get the win, 3-1, and now the Cubs they go on to face the Milwaukee Brewers, who were the best team in baseball all year. So that should be fun, and then the Yankees behind I don't even know. There's no other word other than a historic performance.
8 beautiful innings. It was such a baseball story. It was no more baseball story than a kid from the farm on his 15th start steps up in front of the Sox and throws heat. And he throws heat. Does he have a curveball? Does he own one?
I don't think he needed it. I know that.
Just muscle pitching. It was fun to watch. It was a great environment. It was beautiful.
Yeah, 8 innings, 12 strikeouts. He became the first pitcher to throw 8 scoreless innings with at least 12 strikeouts and 0 walks in a postseason game. His 12 strikeouts were the most in a winner-take-all game in MLB history, the most in a playoff debut in Yankees history, and also happened to be his career high.
And they did it to the Sox on top of that.
Yeah. So only 5 hits. And he was right there around 99 miles an hour all night. Even his sinker hit 100 miles an hour. So he had 6 100-mile-an-hour pitches in the first inning, which is more than Yankees starting pitchers had combined to throw in the postseason since 2008.
That's such a baseball story. Everything about it was just, that's baseball. That's exactly what you expect right there.
And Connolly Early, who pitched for the Red Sox. Who? He's a forgotten man.
Well, for 3 innings, he was throwing some. He would look, man. That first 3 innings of baseball was spectacular.
Yeah, and he was the youngest Red Sox pitcher to start a postseason game since Babe Ruth in 1916.
Yeah.
Connolly Early looks like he's about 14.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's like a big dopey. He's got red cheeks. Like he looks like a baby.
And Schlittler, you got to smile when you say that. He built like a grasshopper. That dude, by the time he comes out of his step, he's about halfway to home.
Yeah,
he's
big dude, man.
Dude's letting go of it close.
So a good win for the Yankees, and Yankees, like I said, head up to Toronto for their series, and we know the Dodgers Phillies is that's the series to watch in my mind. So here's the way the schedule will break down. All 4 game ones are on Saturday. Your 1 o'clock game, Cubs at the Brewers. Your 3 o'clock game, Yankees at the Blue Jays. 5 o'clock game, Dodgers at the Phillies. And at 7:40, you'll get Tigers at the Mariners.
This is one of those days you need more than one TV.
It is. Oh, certainly.
You're going to need 2 or 3.
So, it's going to be good. And we do know that the pitching matchup is set for the Dodgers-Phillies game, Shohei Ohtani and Christopher Sanchez, which is going to be good, too. So it is some good matchups here, man, and some good stories. Like I like that the mega teams, the Dodgers and Phillies, are paired up against each other.
The local battle, Milwaukee, Chicago, Subway Series, about as close as those two.
There's some cool things, and I think the Tigers and Mariners are both teams that I think whoever wins, people will probably feel like they can get behind them against the AL East team.
Like the Mariners are kind of my Sanchez, so this is going to be fun.
So it'll be a fun playoffs, even without the Astros, as unfortunate as it is that they are no longer around.
There's a certain amount of freedom this year. You can kind of latch on to the Comet. You know what I mean? You can ride the hot horse. You know how you're not stuck.
Yeah.
Watching balls and strikes from Framber. So let's go have some fun and just celebrate, or we can bitch when we want to and not lose sleep over it.
Landon says, honestly, I would rather these bad calls keep happening than robots do ump's job. It's not fun without human error.
Well,
I couldn't disagree more.
Well, you come now.
It's part of the game.
You do come to it from the Vegas, the best team should win by the numbers kind of stuff. No, you do. But there's something ultimately about the missing a call, the referee saying he was out of bounds when he was in, Dez fumbled. There's something about it that keeps us coming back.
Everyone says they like that until it happens to their team.
You're right. But there's some sterile. It gets a little sterilized. It is perfect and it is cleaner, but it does take away a little bit of the flavor. A little bit of that grease off of an old grill that just adds a little bit of flavor. You know it shouldn't be there, but you like it. I kind of like it every now and again.
It ended up being a good break for Major League Baseball because the Padres don't have fans. So
True.
it was.
But that was almost unforgivable. That one was as bad as it gets.
Oh yeah.
That
especially
one was
the way. Especially
okay.
the way the inning progressed after that. It's like, dude, you could tell this guy just didn't have it.
Yeah. And then he plunks a couple of dudes, and we probably could have. Everybody could have been safe.
He had no idea where the ball was going, and he got rewarded for it.
But I do get what he's saying. It's kind of like people hate college basketball because late in the games, free throws. But the thing that I love about it is these dudes are probably going to miss. It's going to make this game kind of interesting. So I, on the other hand, look forward to the objectivity and the absence of perfection is where I find my fun, I think, would be the best way to put it.
Dave says, I hate the Cubs ever since what they did to that Bartman guy. Go Brewers.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, the Cubs didn't do that. Cubs fans did.
Yeah, Cubs fans.
And it's okay to admit that Cubs fans are terrible people. That's all right. The Cubs didn't do that.
Why do you give a crap about Steve Bartman? There's lots of perfectly good reasons to hate the Cubs over this fool.
And Franklin says he loves T-Mobile Park and the Mariners are a good team. My in-laws got game. They put in. Well, my brother-in-law works for Amazon.
Oh well,
and
he's at home base. Yeah.
They had early access to sign up for a lottery for tickets, and they got picked. So they got tickets to Saturday and Sunday. So they're going to Game 1 and Game 2, which should be a fun.
Chicago,
fun time,
they were tearing it up. Wrigley was awesome. So was Yankee Stadium last night. Boy, that was a great environment.
They said my sister-in-law told my wife, she was like, I don't know if we'll be able to afford to go. Like if it goes down to the ALCS or the World Series. I said what I would do: don't go to an ALCS game. if the Mariners make the World Series, go to the World Series. Go to one World Series game. You'll never. I've been every time the Astros have been to the World Series, I went to one game. Now, unfortunately, they lost every one of the games that I went to, but I got to see the Astros play in 2005, and then in the two recent ones.
Yeah, I saw them lose to Atlanta.
So I got to see them lose to the White Sox, and then to I even though they beat the Dodgers, I got to see them in the Dodgers series, and I saw them lose to the Nationals. So I've seen 3 World Series. I told them, you got to go to a World Series game. You're not going to have many chances.
My advice to new fans is never buy any league championship gear first.
No.
Buy that later. But if you buy like Western, and we learned as Spurs fan, you buy the Western Conference title hat, you ain't ever wearing that, because if they didn't win the championship, I don't want to wear.
It's
Western.
Embarrassing. Yeah.
Or if they do win it, you're going to wear the championship gear, not the league champ. So hold off on buying your swag until the season is completely done.
Or tattoos.
Or
don't get a Western Conference champion tattoo.
Don't do that unless you got an inked expert.
No. All right. And then Franklin says we should all make Edwin wear a Cubs jersey. I don't think he'll do that.
No.
Edwin's very loyal.
Yes, he is.
Very loyal. All right. College football. Let's dig into it on the other side of this thing. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Speaking of college football, did some tickets fall in your lap? You get an opportunity to get out of town real quick and go have some fun. But what's holding you back is your babies, your dogs. If you need a quick place to board your animals, whether it's this weekend or over the week, or maybe it's a big vacation coming up, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is there for you. They're just a hop, skip, and a jump from the airport right there at 35 and 1604. Easy to get to, easy drop-off, easy pickup, and while you're gone, you leave with a peace of mind of knowing you're the people taking care of your dogs. Care for them as much as you do. You know, the highest compliment I can give to somebody is allowing them to take care of my dog. They're part of my family. I don't just let anybody do that. I don't really like using apps. I don't know them, and I don't know who rated them, but I do know the folks over Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, and I know what they've done with my dogs. They've taken care of them, and the biggest tell for me when my dogs come back from a day or two or a week over at Bluebonnet is they come back, they're well fed, they ate, they were comfortable enough to eat, they're clean and taken care of, they're not all messed up, and you know what I'm talking about when your dogs have been someplace where you can tell they weren't quite as happy as they should be. Write this number down. It's 750-1298. That's a 210 in front of it. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Online, it's mybunkinbiscuit.com. Plenty of room to book. You can probably book right now for this weekend. If something pops up now or you're looking for a place on a regular basis, I can't recommend them more. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Go there, and I know you're going to thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I mean, literally, when we get done with games and whether we win or lose, my wife she's ready with some suggestions. You know, she'll give me 15 to 30 seconds in the car to kind of unwind, and then she's like, okay, you feel better? I'm like, yeah, I feel better. And then she just starts laying into me like, hey, don't run the ball off the middle on this down, and don't do this, and get the ball to Terp. And I'm like, wow.
Well,
I am so happy to hear this, Coach. I'm so happy to hear this.
Something tells me Bill Belichick's girlfriend isn't talking football with him on the car ride home.
No, there's talking entirely different conversation, man.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bell Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
So you're the new girl, huh?
I am the new girl. Thank you so much for getting me this job.
You got a boyfriend?
No, not right now.
You ever date older men?
You really look a lot like my Uncle Skip.
You like my pants?
I do like those pants. Those are nice.
You want me to take them off? You probably didn't notice, but I'm the governor.
Okay.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at $99.9, or with a barn dominium from just $169.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening Saturday, October 11th. 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9 with barn dominium from only $169.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
What's this one?
Honey. This was Honey. Honey.
This sounds like a lot of other Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah. Rob, if you kept making songs that were like mega hits, wouldn't you keep doing it the same way? Yeah, she's got this thing called a recipe.
I'm not going to argue. I'm just saying.
Has made her a billionaire with a B.
This could have been like when she was. No, it's not bad. I'm not a hater. I'm just not a liker.
Oh.
See, I just can't listen to this for very long. Right now I'm looking for the button.
You listen to way worse music than this sometimes.
It's not about good or bad or worse. It's just I don't listen to young girls sing.
Why?
I don't take their perspective. I don't know. I don't. Their perspective is not mine.
At what point do you consider, she's a 35-year-old woman now?
I know.
You still picture her as like a 19-year-old.
Listen to that song. It sounds like a 19-year-old girl singing. So I'm saying this could have come out 15 years ago.
That could have been prime Stevie Nicks.
And I probably didn't listen to that either.
What?
I'm just saying.
God, they call me a misogynist.
Yes, for good reason.
It's crazy.
But I'm not. It's not for me.
What do you think of Janis Joplin?
Genre. Well, that's a different genre. The genre of this, like I don't listen to this or all the other girls. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
and you didn't listen to Fleetwood Mac?
Fleetwood Mac is different. That's a different genre. I'm just talking about.
Well, Stevie Nicks was doing this in
was
Fleetwood
Mac. That's different.
Why?
She was just one of another couple of bands, a couple of members. This is the single singer like her, and I would name the other women or girls that sing it that I don't listen to either. It's just a genre that I don't particularly.
When Stevie Nicks did Landslide with Fleetwood Mac, did you
12.
Did you roll your eyes?
I was 12. I mean, however it was. I mean, I don't know. I've always been a fan. I am not a hater. I just don't name the other like Ariana Grande.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa's smoking hot.
Yeah. And Iggy Azalea.
This is where we're at.
No, all the girls. I don't know these. I don't even know their names. I just see them on TV.
Okay.
Is this on your playlist?
She said, I drink that brown liquor.
Like I hear this. I hear the words, and I'm kind of like a dog when you're talking to them. I just turn my head like I hear your words,
but I don't know what you're saying.
I just don't know what to make of them.
What's the name of this one?
Father Figure.
See, like I'm not going to be.
I like. She said, I drink the brown liquor. Now she's speaking my language.
Yeah.
Root beer. I think she's thinking about root beer.
Root beer.
She's a grown adult. She's 35 years old, Rob.
She drinks
really
moonshine.
35?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough Taylor for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Although there's never enough Taylor.
I do plan on asking Coach Shoddy if he's heard the new album. What's his favorite track? We'll see.
Kids?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, I'll hit him with that
What
one.
really matters.
Maybe that right out of the gate, I'll hit him with it and just catch him off guard.
Yeah.
The fans up there talking real hard-hitting football with him. I'm going to be like, so, Coach.
So we'll ask him if he appreciates it. What's the name of that track? We'll ask him if he appreciates it.
Yeah.
What do you think about Honey and Father Figure on the new Taylor
It
album?
has a
Or
good
The
beat.
Life of a Showgirl.
Life of a Showgirl.
It has a good beat. It's easy to dance to. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. All right. College football this weekend. We got some. The slate's not as sexy as it was last weekend.
Well, it's conference. We're getting into conference football now.
Last weekend, boy, that was a hot one. Oh, delightful. This weekend, okay.
It is. Well, there are. The Texas-Florida game is just because, I mean, we got two quarterbacks that seem to be rather inept. I think when we saw the season at the beginning of the year, we thought, oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, best laid plans.
But we've got it's a 1-3 Florida team whose only win is against the Long Island Sharks. It's hard to get excited about.
But again, in September, way back in September last week. No, back in as the season began, you look down the weekends. What's going to be fun? What's going to be good? Texas, Florida looked pretty damn good back then.
That might be the marquee game of the weekend, which kind of, like I said, speaks to this is not. Well, Vanderbilt, Alabama is the marquee game now. It's taken over. But it does speak to this being not a very pretty slate. But Texas off a bye, had a chance to reset. Now they go to the Swamp. They are 5.5-point road favorites,
which is
in Gainesville.
It's a crazy number.
It was up to 7.
I know. People looked at that 7 and went, "I'll jump in." 5.5. I think when we last saw both teams, what was the takeaway? When we last saw Texas, what did you think as they were like, here comes Florida?
The last thing we saw of Texas was Arch Manning finally played a good game.
Right.
They beat the hell out of a hapless Sam Houston team. So it's hard for me to really take anything away from it and be like, oh yeah, I don't think Arch is fixed.
No.
I think Arch just played
other than he saw the ball go through the hoop.
He played a defense full of homeless guys.
What was the last thing we saw from Florida?
Florida getting punished by Miami. And really just kind of physically dominated. And Lagway was so scared to have another game where he threw 5 interceptions that he refused to throw the ball down the field. And if Lagway doesn't have a big play threat, he shouldn't even be on the field.
So I expect both quarterbacks to play a role in the negative.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The winning team will have a quarterback that just kind of stays out of the way.
It doesn't screw it up.
And I think Texas has a better shot at that. That's the only reason I look at that. And that's not even a 5-point run for me. That's not a 5-point spread win. If the way you're going to win is your quarterback just doesn't make the mistakes. Just hand the ball off, throw to the flat, and we'll win the football game with speed of defense and make them turn it over. That isn't a recipe for a big win, but I do think Texas should roll in there and take care of business. I mean, this defense is that good. Now's the time. You win road games with that speed defense.
I think I'm going to go with the under 42.5. It just feels, and I may even go and make it more specific and take Florida's team total under and just say Texas holds them to 14 points because
now this is Florida.
Yeah.
And it's a tough place to play.
Yes.
No matter what. It's a tough place to play. And this is one of those games where now that you're Texas and now that you have a bullseye on you, you're going to get the best game Florida has played all year.
Well,
I mean, I don't know how good that is, but you're not going to get 5 interceptions. You're not going to be there's not going to be a game plan at which Lagway will be allowed to be in the situation to throw 5 interceptions. So that part of the playbook's gone. Texas is going to walk into a buzzsaw place. Florida's seen Texas on their schedule for a couple of years. You know what I mean? They're ready for this.
Florida's team total is 18.5.
Yikes.
Florida against Miami scored 7 points. Against LSU scored 10. Against South Florida at home scored 16. And now they got to get more than that.
No, I don't think they are. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
The best defense they've played.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think the way Texas wins this game is just go play some defense, and your offense should be able to score on this team, and they can't score on you.
Yeah, I don't know how they get any points out of this thing. I don't love laying the points on the road with Texas. I'm not going to do that, but I do think that Texas holds Florida to almost nothing.
I don't see an upset this weekend from Texas. If they're going to get upset, it won't be by Florida. You know what I mean?
Kentucky is at Georgia. Georgia laying 20.5.
It's going to be worse than that.
I don't think it will be. Kirby just – these are the games that Kirby doesn't – he's not interested in blowing out crappy SEC teams. He historically wins these games by 10 points, moves on to the next one. But historically – and this is kind of a weird sandwich spot because he's not playing this game coming off a loss at home.
Do you have numbers in front of you? What's Kentucky's rush defense look like?
I can pull that up. Give me just a second. But
the running back, Chauncey, is that his name?
Yeah,
33.
Yep.
I'm unleashing him this week
against Kentucky.
I want him to get 250.
Let's see. Here we go. Kentucky against the run. Opponent rushing yards per game. Let's see where the Wildcats rank. They are 59th.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Kind of middle of the package.
I expect if I'm Georgia, I'm going in there. I'm running the football
all day long. That's not schedule adjusted or anything.
No, I'm just running the football on them. I think that'll be enough, and I think that's worth 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Strata said Texas will win by 2 and drop again in the rankings. Entirely possible. Florida. What I've seen of Florida so far is they're a hard team to run away from, but because Florida's very good on defense.
They're fast to the ball. They are. This is not going to be an easy game, and you're right. They could look bad in beating Florida team and not get the credit you deserve for winning in the swamp against a team that is wounded and mad.
Yep. Iowa State at Cincinnati, undefeated Iowa State. They're 5-0, number 14 team in the country. Cincinnati, a 1.5-point home favorite. I like Cincinnati here.
Do you really?
I do. I think Cincinnati's figured it out offensively, and every win that Iowa State has, I'm like Kansas State. Remember they barely edged out Kansas State in Ireland? Kansas State stinks.
Yeah, but you are 4-0 for a reason.
Well, I mean, part of it, you played Kansas State,
you can only
South
beat
Dakota,
the teams
Arkansas
in front of you.
State.
I haven't seen Cincinnati play, but
okay.
but I have seen Iowa State play, and I think that I'm not going to touch the game, but I certainly would favor, if I was picking, I'd favor Iowa State. I'm just not having Cincinnati play.
Wisconsin's at Michigan. Michigan, a 17.5-point favorite. I don't think Michigan should be 17.5 points over anybody, but Wisconsin does suck.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
I want this Bryce Underwood to be good. I hope I want to see something spectacular as we close out the year because I think this guy really does have a lot of skill, somebody that the NFL is paying close attention to. So I want to see that 17-point spread. I want to see him throw some touchdowns.
Wisconsin getting blown out by Maryland is about as embarrassing as it gets. Illinois is at Purdue. Illinois laying 9.5 on the road. I'd sure like a 10 because I feel like this would be a stinky spot to back a bad Purdue team. Just because Illinois has played a couple big games in a row, the Indiana game, the USC game, and then their next two games are Ohio State and Washington. If there's a letdown spot, this has to be the letdown spot, I would think. They're riding high off a win over USC.
Yeah, but they don't play the kind of game where you're going to get behind. You know what I mean? That's a pretty conservative kind of Belima offense.
Yeah.
They have to really screw things up to get behind Purdue.
Let's see. What other games? Kansas State's at Baylor. Baylor, a 5.5-point favorite over Kansas State. I like Baylor here.
Sawyer Brown. What's his name?
Sawyer Robertson.
Sawyer Robertson.
I think Sawyer Brown is a country music act.
Well, either way, put some points on the board and put some stats underneath your belt.
But yeah, I do think they are. This should be a chance for them to put up some big numbers this week. Army UAB.
Ugh.
Army sucks, man. They are so bad on defense. I don't know what's. I mean, this team is falling apart. I
am undefeated while picking against them.
Well, they are minus 6.5 at UAB this weekend. Now UAB is Trent Dilfer's like the dumbest coach. I'd hate Trent Dilfer, but I don't feel good about fading them this week. Certainly. Anyway. UTSA's at Temple. 6.5-point road favorites.
I like that.
You like laying it on the road?
Oh yeah. Temple's terrible.
Yeah, but
they're going to run. Henry's going to. They got that 2 or 3 more 75-yard run plays that they haven't run yet.
Yeah, but laying points with UTSA on the road has not been a good recipe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think UTSA is rounding into form. I think that they're getting a little bit healthier. I think they're getting more confident in their offense. They certainly know they can run the ball against anybody, and that defense flies to the ball. I think they're starting to feel themselves. They're getting better.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at the game of the week in college football, as well as a game nobody's really talking about, but I think the only thing you can call it is a playoff eliminator. There's a game that is going to decide one team's going to – their chances are gone after this weekend. So we'll talk about that as well. I'm going to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. I was a big winner on Underdog last night. Oh, yeah, baby. Christian McCaffrey receiving yards, Puka Nacua receptions, Matthew Stafford passing yards. All hit. Easy money, baby. Easy money for your boy. And I'm going to be right back on it this weekend. In fact, the weekends are such a great time because you not only are you going to have football, you're going to have baseball this weekend, playoff baseball. You're going to have lady basketball this weekend. You're going to have UFC. I love using the Underdog UFC formats. Great stuff, and it's so easy. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to get higher or lower on their stats, receptions, rushing yards, home runs, knockouts, whatever it's going to be. You get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Downtown and definitely dealing with some sluggish traffic. I-35 southbound as you approach I-10 through that construction zone. Allow yourself a good 15 or so minutes through that area. Also on the west side, pocket of heavy traffic, Highway 90 eastbound between Highway 211 and Hunt Lane. About a 15-minute delay through that stretch. Now, do have a call out of an accident on Loop 1604. This is just south of Highway 90. Actually, it's as you approach Highway 90. A little sluggish through there. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday evening at 6:30, the Aggies take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Presented by Just Ponce. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Hello, everybody. We're all looking forward to the weekend. Yes. Yeah. Hey, you want to go see the Melvin Stop Whining Tour October 17th at the Paper Tiger? I bet you do. Yeah, partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Let's go with caller number 3. You'll win a pair of Melvin's tickets.
Melvin.
October 17th at the Paper Tiger. All right. Going through this weekend's college slate, and we left off at Vanderbilt at Alabama. Alabama, an 11.5-point favorite. This is wildly intriguing. First of all, Kalen DeBoer has generally stunk in these games where Alabama's been a double-digit favorite. Mm-hmm. He's lost 4 times outright already as a double-digit favorite at Alabama. But at the same time, Alabama looks like they've kind of figured something out. And what they did to Georgia last week was very impressive. Alabama can't run the football, which is a weird thing to say about Alabama football.
I think it's because of a lack of a commitment, because they do have talent there. They have a back that I've been impressed with. They just don't give him the ball.
Yeah. Vandy's defense is going to sell out to stop the run anyway. That's where they're the strongest. I am leaning toward Bama here because I saw Ty Simpson has learned how to throw, and that makes him very dangerous. But I won't bet against Diego Pavia catching 11.5 points. He's too much. I will say, because they lost last year, this Alabama team is probably going to want blood. But this is a game that I'm going to have no money on, but I'm going to watch intently.
Well, if Bama loses this game, even if it's close, I don't care what you did to Georgia. I really don't. And I don't think Bama fan will either. You can't lose to Vanderbilt 2 years in a row, man. It is not allowed.
No.
It's the equivalent of Tech beating Texas 2 years in a row. The coaches don't get to survive this. You don't get to come home when you do this. You don't get to do. I don't care what you did and what you might be doing, because I think he's a hell of a coach. I think there's potential there, and they're Alabama, and everybody wants to beat Alabama while they're a little down. The world is not what it was when Saban was there, but there's still so much talent there. It shouldn't even – and even though Vanderbilt's better, even though they're so much better, they're not even close to Bama in just Jimmy's and Joe's. It's still a distant – now, they got good starters. Their 2s and 3s can't even compete.
But
with
Diego Pavia is a winner.
He's a separator, and that matters to the extent that you know what he is. I can't imagine Bama letting this even be close, and if it's close, they lose. Because because Vanderbilt, Pavia doesn't lose those games. You can't let him even close to a win. It can never be within 14. If it's within 14 in the second half, you better look out, man. You better look out, because here he comes.
I'm so stoked for that game. Again, it's rare that I'm really excited about a game I have no money on.
If I'm Bama fan, I'm
stoked.
nervous. Oh.
2:30 on NBC, a playoff elimination game. Boise State is at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
The loser, their season is like there's no hope of a playoff appearance.
Notre Dame's in the playoffs already.
Every game is a playoff game for them. Well, I think Boise's the same way.
Yeah, but Boise needs help. If Notre Dame wins out, they're in.
Agreed. If Boise beats Notre Dame, the assumption then becomes, the rest of their schedule is cake. It's, UNLV, Fresno, Colorado State, Utah State, and they will be
if they win out.
It's a big name, G4.
Yeah, no, if they win out.
Or G5 program.
I don't think they're capable
of winning out.
Yeah, this is something I think they'll stub their toe, and it won't take much, But Notre Dame, it's an elimination game, and Boise State can beat them. I don't think they will.
Well, Notre Dame's a 20.5-point favorite, which is massive. But I do think Notre Dame also realizes that they need style points.
And I don't think you get style points against Boise State.
You do if you beat them by 40.
Yeah, well, you got to get out alive. And
Easier
you're
said
playing
than
them at
done.
home. And, Notre Dame's better. But
Yeah.
Boise State, if they do beat Notre Dame, I think there's a loss in them too. I just think that eliminates both of them at some point.
Good one on ESPN2. Virginia's at Louisville. Virginia 4-1, Louisville 4-0. Louisville's a 6.5-point favorite, despite being the unranked team going up against ranked Virginia. I think this is just a Louisville. This is their first opportunity against a team that people will give them credit for the win. My only concern, I was going to say my only concern is that they've got Miami on deck, but they have a bye week before that. I like Louisville here. This feels like a good spot.
This is two average ACC teams.
And for Virginia, the ACC, I would say these are probably above average ACC teams.
Above average football teams in the ACC. Both these teams don't excite me. I would like to actually see Virginia win the game, just to maybe give some pepper to the ACC race.
But to me, Virginia beating Florida State last week, and now this game, I feel like this is a letdown spot. I feel like Louisville comes in and they go to Louisville now after that big win where they all rush the field. Yeah, I like Louisville this week. I think this is a good spot for them. Penn State tries to get back in the saddle. They are 24.5-point road favorites at UCLA.
I think that we'll see that.
Boy, well, they've yet to cover a number. Penn State has yet to cover a number.
Now they're going to have to. Now the number matters, even though, they're going to survive that loss. It was a tough loss, lost late to I think they're going to paste UCLA, and not so much because it's about blood and guts. I think UCLA is just giving up.
Yeah. Oklahoma State's at Arizona. Arizona, a 20.5-point favorite. Oklahoma State is, I think, it's either them or Stanford, the worst Power 4 team. They are so bad on both sides of the ball. There's nothing positive to say about Oklahoma State.
Well, they got a new coach.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that's the only thing I could say about Oklahoma State is
I
they
don't
have
know
a
if
new
that
coach.
fixes it. Yeah,
No, I don't think that helps, but they have a new coach.
Washington's at Maryland. Washington, a 6.5-point road favorite.
This is a weird one.
I know
that they looked really good. I'm not saying they looked bad against Ohio State. They were just outmanned. They were out-talented. But they did hang. And what did we see Maryland do the other day? They won a nice one.
Stomped Wisconsin at Wisconsin.
So I would be a little worried about that. I think they're probably going to beat Maryland, but that's a big old number for roadie.
It is. And I came into the season thinking Maryland was just bad. I may have to make an adjustment on that, especially if Washington can't cover against them. I was just wrong about what they are.
Might be a fun game.
Let's see. Oklahoma, top 5 team. Oklahoma's in action. They're 45.5-point favorites against Kent State.
Who's playing quarterback?
Yawn. I don't know.
Doesn't matter, but I was just curious.
I'm not sure. Texas State, local boys. They're in Arkansas, taking on Arkansas State in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Arkansas State is dreadful.
Yeah, I like everything about Texas State this week.
I thought Arkansas State was going to be good coming into the season. And it turns out they absolutely stink. Like
Tech took their soul that first game. Didn't they score like 100 points
well,
on them?
It was Arkansas scored 56 on them. Yeah, and we all know what Arkansas is. Arkansas has since fired their coach. But if they're beating them that bad, I think this is a really, really good spot for Texas State to style a little bit. Texas Tech's at Houston. Texas Tech an 11.5-point favorite.
When are we going to believe? When are you going to start believing?
I don't know.
If they beat them by 12, will you start jumping on this train?
Houston is 4-0. Their offense is putrid. I don't know how they're winning games with this offense.
That great quarterback they've got.
No. And the other thing, speaking of quarterbacks, Baron Morton's got like a hurt neck.
Yeah.
And they're still playing him. I'm not really sure why. Like I'd maybe consider getting him right. Like you had a chance to kind of pull off the gas last week against Utah, and you didn't. That I'm not really sure, but I'd love to back Houston here, but I don't trust them. I don't trust.
I'm all in on Tech. I think they're turning themselves into a pretty decent team.
Yeah, that's a big road number, but I can't back Houston there. Rice is hosting South Florida, it's Florida Atlantic. Excuse me. Rice a 4.5-point favorite. Ohio State, number 1 team in the country, 23.5, hosting Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a hard team to blow out.
Yeah, Flex is going to get them fired up. They'll be ready.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good number for Minnesota.
Man, Ohio State is turning into this just machine.
Yeah.
There's nothing extraordinary about other than their wide receiver, but everybody else they got 20 NFL players on that team.
Miami laying 4.5 at Florida State. I think the worst thing that could have happened to Miami was Florida State losing to Virginia last week. But I don't know, man. If Miami is indeed what we've seen them,
I think they are.
Then this is probably a good number for Miami.
I think it is.
And the more I've thought about it with Florida State, you have to look at what Florida State's done. And this loss to Virginia, there were people like Florida State fan was mad about it. Think about what Florida State did all of last year. Like, you've already won 3 games this year. That you only won 2 games all last season. Florida State, they're playing with house money now. Everything that Florida State does from here on out is like, yeah, we improved from last year.
Yeah, that's easy for us to say. If you're a Seminole, you ain't thinking like that.
I'm sure you're
house
not.
Money,
but
hell,
I don't know how you go from being a 2-win team to smashing Miami. I don't know that's what I'm looking for. And then Colorado's at TCU. TCU needing a bounce back. Josh Hoover, I think, has a big game.
They're going to hang it on Colorado.
We'll talk more about the Texas A&M game a little bit on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your 4-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs, so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
On the northeast side, have some sluggish traffic on I-35 southbound from around FM 1518 all the way down to O'Connor, over a 20-minute delay, so definitely plan accordingly. And downtown, have that sluggish traffic through that construction zone, I-35 southbound as you approach I-10, about a 15-minute delay. And then on the far west side, have that heavy traffic on Highway 90 eastbound between Highway 211 and Hunt Lane. Still over a 10-minute delay there. And staying on the far west side, Loop 1604 northbound from Culebra to FM 1560. About a 10-minute delay through that stretch. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Last night in Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland, sending them packing. The Chicago Cubs sent the San Diego Padres home, and the Yankees, behind a gem of a game from a rookie named Schlittler, took down Boston 4-0. Tonight, San Antonio Sports Star High School Football Game of the Week is the Warren Warriors taking on the Stevens Falcons. It starts at 7 with a pregame right here on 94.1. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And, Rob, I wanted to get your thoughts on your Fighting Aggies this weekend. They are now up to 16.5-point favorites against Mississippi State. This feels like a spot, and I've been a Mississippi State doubter, quite frankly, from the beginning. I thought coming into this season they were the worst team in the SEC. I thought that it was going to be a disastrous year. They've been way better than I would have thought. If what A&M did last week defensively is real and repeatable, A&M becomes like a real legitimate top 5-10 type team. Yeah. Do you think what we saw defensively is real? And do you think they run through it against Mississippi State?
I don't know if it's real against other teams. I think Mississippi State's about to get exposed. I think what we thought in Mississippi State is they are that. I think they've been playing with some house money and played some good football games, but injuries starting to pile up. What's Fluff, the running back, ain't quite what he was the first two games. This is the kind of game, if it's close, Mississippi State will win. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be close. I think that Mississippi State over the years has had upsets of A&M in a lot of different ways, and you always got to be afraid of them because they don't fear A&M at all. And no one really should, for a lot of reasons. But They especially don't. They've beaten us here. They've beaten us there. They've beaten us in bowl games. They've done it in a lot of ways. So they don't look at us the same way as some other schools do. And they have no fear coming into it. But I also saw last week, they fought gamely, but I think what A&M does well, Mississippi State doesn't. I think the one wide receiver, KC, is exceptional. Craver came there. I think that there's a little bit of personal battles, and it should be a runaway. It really should be. And I don't want to sound like I'm looking through maroon glasses. For A&M to be who they think they are, they got to whoop somebody like this. And I do think at home, blackout game, 6 o'clock kickoff, the pump will be primed for electricity.
Yeah.
I do think it's going to be a fun game.
I saw an article on The Athletic where this Scott Doderman, he's predicting the playoff bracket after 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Ohio State as the 1 seed, Miami as the 2 seed, Oregon as the 3 seed. You notice I haven't named an SEC team yet. He's got Oklahoma winning the SEC as the 4 seed. Which,
okay.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Ole Miss 5, Texas A&M 6.
No Texas there.
Texas isn't in his final 12.
No Georgia, no Alabama yet either.
He's got Georgia at 11. So he's got Texas Tech at 7, Indiana at 8, LSU at 9, Penn State at 10, Georgia at 11, and Memphis at 12. So that would leave out Texas. That would leave out Alabama.
I would quite frankly be shocked. I'm not saying that OU isn't good enough, but they got to go a couple more weeks without their quarterback, and then they got to get used to him back again.
They're gonna have to score against that Texas defense.
Yeah, I don't know. And Memphis, I guess one of them's going to get in.
Yeah, I mean, but you also notice no Notre Dame in that list either.
Yeah.
Which
I think if Notre Dame wins out, they're in.
I don't know. I think
I wouldn't be happy about it, but I think they will be.
I think it depends on what USC does, because if that USC win doesn't have some shine on it, then they might not get in.
It's so early. Through experience, we know that the champion might not even be on our conversation yet. We're still so far away.
Yeah. But either way, interesting weekend in college football, although on paper not as sexy as it was last week.
What's the most of all the games you're most likely upset? Like a team walks out surprised?
Of like
because there's always going to be one in the top 25. Somebody going to get snuck up on.
I could see. Boy, you really threw me for a loop here. Top 25. I would go. Well, I mean, I think Texas has to be on alert.
Yeah, I think Texas, Florida would be one where you go. Yeah, but
I've already called it. I think Cincinnati beats Iowa State.
Somebody going to get tripped up, but there's going to be a one-loss team that's going to go or an undefeated team that's going to fall. It's just which is most likely. And Iowa State on the road, why not?
Yeah, I think Iowa State. I could see them losing. I guess I could also see Miami losing to Florida State. It's if they're actually that legit, then wouldn't shock me. I don't know that there's any else that I can even.
Yeah, well, and
I'm having a hard time picturing any
again,
on paper.
if you pay attention to the past history, and while it doesn't mean it's possible to repeat, again, Mississippi State has beaten A&M a lot of different ways. When they were 6th in the country, now certainly there's different teams and different coaches and all of that, but when you have a team that has zero fear on the road, and they're not afraid of A&M at all, which is my biggest concern. They come in fully comfortable that they can beat us because they have.
Yeah,
but I don't think that'd be the one I'd pick.
We didn't talk about this game. Can you imagine a world where you would feel comfortable walking up to a sportsbook counter, rolling out some, let's say $500, and saying, I want to put this on Clemson minus 14.5 on the road at North Carolina? 14.5 with that Clemson team. Can you picture a world where you could do that?
Well, if it was – well, no, actually, because North Carolina has gotten better. They have improved. Because when you say North Carolina, all I can think of is that first game where they got boat raced.
Well, they got boat raced last week at UCF.
Yeah, I can't see a world. I couldn't do it, but yeah.
Clemson stinks.
Yeah, but so does North Carolina.
They are so bad.
But at some point, while the team
Clemson got blown out by Syracuse at home.
Yes, but while the team stinks, the talent there's there's 10 NFL dudes on that team. At some point, somebody's going to have some pride. You know, maybe you might hate your coach, you might hate your quarterback, but have some pride, man.
I don't know. I don't know that I could even begin to imagine betting on Clemson as a big road favorite. They've looked so bad this year.
You don't like it? Fire me.
SRS says, "Hey Rob, AJ, no talk about Fernando Mendoza, the Hoosiers quarterback. Indiana's off this week.
Yeah.
Trust me, we talk plenty about him. I'm a big fan.
I can't wait to see a full Indiana game. I just haven't had a chance to see anything other than highlights, and the highlight game was their worst offensive output in 2 years.
Yeah,
they won, but it was not pretty against Iowa.
Yeah, it's not. It's nothing. I like Indiana. I like Mendoza, but yeah, we're not talking about him because he's not playing this weekend. But he'll be back.
Go Google him.
Yeah,
Google Signetti.
Google me. I win. It's what I do. I win. All right, the NFL this week. Now this is an interesting slate. So okay, you want to let us down, college? You want to have some lame games? All right, that's fine. The NFL, they always come through for us. I don't know why I care about this game. I do, mostly because I know that one of these teams is going to be like at the lowest point possible. The Texans-Ravens game as a noon kick.
It's a playoff eliminator.
It might be.
Not might. The numbers tell us. And the reason those numbers tell us because it's true. And it's not just because your record is that, because you are what your record says you are. And at some point, these two teams are going to have to shake out what their at some point, Baltimore's going to have to stop somebody at some point, and the Texans at some point are going to have to score. It is the two weaknesses going against each other, and the weakest team is going to be out of it.
The fact that the Ravens are, and even with a backup quarterback, 2.5-point home underdogs sitting at 1-3 is mind-blowing to me.
That Texas defense is beast mode, man, and you know, without Lamar, I wonder.
I'm with you.
I don't know how. I don't know how either. Tell me how either team wins. What do the Texans do to beat Baltimore? And I can ask the same question. What does Baltimore do to beat Houston? I don't know on either side.
C.J. Stroud through 4 weeks has thrown 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. And I saw a quote from him. He was watching film from his college days, and he said, "I'm getting old. I'm slower than I was." Which C.J. Stroud was never fast, but to come out and say, "Yeah, I think I'm slowing down some." Oh my God, dude! Maybe don't say that when you haven't gotten you're barely into your second contract.
That's terrifying. But I think that both teams have to look in the mirror and truly treat this like, I know there's still 12 weeks left, but my gosh, if we're sitting with one win right now.
All right, Minnesota and the Browns over in London. First game for Dylan Gabriel
on the road.
I mean, in London, no less.
The biggest blitzing team in all of football.
Yeah. How's that go?
Not good.
You don't think so?
Minnesota's been over in Europe for a week. Keep in mind, they got there week and a half ago. They're just staying over there. They've been practicing. They're accustomed to the time. They've had the food. They've already gone through the poops. You know, they've already gotten through. They've gotten used to everything. I think Cleveland's in trouble, man. Their defense is solid. I'll give them everything, but I can't imagine how they're going to score a point.
I don't know. I don't know how the Vikings score a point, though. Carson Wentz is a crumb bum.
Well, I'll tell you what, he did everything he could to lose the game last week. Bum. But again, I give him just out of general comfort. They've been there. You know, Cleveland had to fly over. They're just getting checked into the hotel, and Minnesota just took a little puddle jumper from Ireland.
Yeah, I'll go with the under 36.5.
I'll go under, but I like Minnesota.
It's such a crazy number, 36.5. Feels like a first half number in a college game, but no, I'll go under there. Raiders at the Colts. It's kind of a prove-it game for the Raiders. They need to figure things out pretty quick.
And the Colts, are you just paper tigers? Was this just happenstance, or was the Ram game? The Rams are truly that good?
Yeah, we'll see. Colts sitting at 3-1, 6.5-point favorites.
I like them.
I think I do too. If I can get a 7, I could be interested in the Raiders, but I don't really want to bet the Raiders. I just know the number would be crazy.
How the Raiders against the run?
The Raiders are actually they've done okay against the run.
That's the reason to give them some hope.
They've done all right.
I feed Taylor all day. I want him with 130 yards.
And if Max Crosby can put some pressure on Daniel Jones, you know Daniel Jones will screw up. That's what he does. His story. It's his life story.
Well, now he's wearing a Colt uniform.
The game of the week of the year, the New York Football Giants and the New Orleans Saints.
Somebody got to win.
Saints -1.5.
I'm riding Jackson Dart to the promised land, baby.
I think I'm going to be against you this week, Rob. I mean,
you're going to fall. You're going to jump on the Spencer Rattler train.
No, dude, I don't want to be on either one of these trains.
Going to score enough to cover?
I mean, I don't know.
How can I interest you in a Scattaboo?
No. No.
How about a one-legged wide receiver?
He's out. Yeah, that's my biggest concern is the offense is pretty one-dimensional now.
The offense is a joke, but I give credit to that. The Bears' defense is legit.
The Giants' defense.
I mean, the Giants' defense. Those edges rushers, they're clones of each other, and they get to the quarterback.
Broncos are at the Eagles. Broncos catching 3.5 on the road. I'm all in on the Broncos this weekend.
Denver.
I like Denver. Eagles have been fool's gold. Not that they're not good. I think they are, but they shouldn't be 4-0. I mean, they're a few coin flips away from being 1-3.
Yeah.
And I just think Denver's going to make things tough on them. I think the offense has a hard time going for the Eagles. So give me the Broncos catching over a field goal on the road.
Sean Payton's a witch, man.
He is.
I don't know.
Dolphins at the Panthers. Miami's laying 1.5 on the road. That's crazy. Miami shouldn't be road favorites over anybody. Miami shouldn't be road favorites over the Miami Hurricanes. That is a ridiculous, and that's without Tyreek Hill now.
Yeah, and minus Hill. Although we saw, well, no, that's dumb. Carolina plays at least decent at home.
Dude, I gotta go with the Panthers there. Titans are at the Cardinals. Titans catching 7.5 on the road. I'm still not to a point where I can bet on the Titans with it, like. And you know me, Rob. I look for the dumpster diving. I'm looking for when the rest of the world wants to give up on a team. That's when I want to scoop them up in my arms and cuddle them and say, "Let's go, not lose by 10." I can't do it with the Titans. The Titans are they're that dreadful.
I saw a quote from a former Cardinal wide receiver talking about Kyler Murray and how he tries to be a leader, but nobody likes him. Like, nobody likes Kyler Murray. He's not
I
the
agree
kind
with
of guy
that.
people want to hang out with. And
No.
he tries to be a leader, and everybody just looks at him like, no, I'm not going to pay any attention to you because we don't like you personally.
I think, Kyler Murray's not a likable dude.
That's a nightmare scenario right there.
Lions are at the Bengals. Lions laying 10.5 on the road. This is the spot where I think I do pick up the Bengals off the ground, and I say, come on, Bengal. Come on, little kitten. Don't lose by 10. Don't lose by 10 at home. Have a little bit of self-respect. Go out there, show a little bit of fight.
And
you think they get blown out?
10. I don't know, man.
10.5 is a massive number to lay on the road.
Huge,
on the road, too?
Yeah, I'll give it. Like we were talking about Clemson, at some point, have some pride. I mean, just play for yourself and keep it under 10.
Chargers are hosting the Commanders. Chargers laying 2.5 at home with their massive home field advantage. I like the Chargers to bounce back, but I'm a little bit worried because the offensive line health is getting bad. And
run the football.
I don't know. I mean, Jaden Daniels, I don't know his status still. He's still, I think, doubtful to play this weekend. So you can't feel good about Marcus Mariota going up against John Harbaugh.
What's the line? Where are we at? 1.5?
2.5.
2.5. Run the football.
I mean, they've shown that they can. O'Marion Hampton had a huge game last week. He's up to 270 yards for the season. Tampa Bay is at Seattle.
Get right game for Tampa.
I like the Seahawks.
I know this is one of those games that Tampa it's a nightmare for them.
It really
because they're
is.
playing another team that believes in themselves. They're not going to let Baker come back on them. This is a team that's starting to. They're just worried enough not to let a comeback come on them. I like Seattle here too. This is a tough game for Baker and this team.
Onerous travel, going basically all the way across the country, about as far as you can go.
And they use the weather as an advantage down there in Tampa. They let teams sweat it out. There's a reason why they're strong in the fourth because it's miserable in September in Tampa.
And then the Patriots are at Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. Buffalo a 7.5-point favorite.
I like Buffalo.
Do you?
Oh, I think 7.5. And I know it's a big number, but and it might only be a 10-point win, which is pretty typical for Buffalo, but that's enough.
The good thing for the Bills here is that the Patriots can't run the ball.
Yeah,
they stink at running.
And I think the Bills are going to turn them over too. The New England likes to give you the ball.
Yeah, I'll probably be on the Bills as well. Yeah. Even though I generally I do like the Patriots like more than the market does. But the Bills, I mean, even in the games that they're not blowing teams out. I mean, they still beat the Dolphins by 10.
Yeah, I would
they
be
still
more
beat the
worried if
Saints by
Buffalo
12.
had been smoking teams.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about that than this because they're going to have to come in and fight because they do have some issues. But New England will give you the ball. They can't run it. It just seems like 10 points is easy.
All right, on the other side, we'll take a last look at the Cowboys game. The Cowboys at the Jets.
I think we should
before
actually
we talk to Shoddy.
I think we'll actually talk to the coach too.
We'll do that around 8:30ish as well. All right, I'm going to tell you about a new sponsor to the station, Blue Star Tequila, and oh boy, I can give a big thumbs up on this. Out at the golf tournament, Rob was able to give a big thumbs up too. Listen, man, this is fantastic tequila. If you're a tequila man, you've got to try Blue Star. They are 100% additive free. There's no flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring. This is all natural. It's night harvested, which sounds crazy. Like, why does that even matter? But apparently it's better for the plants. It's better for the workers. It's just it's better overall for the product. And it's unfiltered. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. It is just great stuff. It's made up there in the highlands of Jalisco. And guys, if you haven't tried this stuff, you're missing out. Añejo, that's my favorite. I like the dark. Añejo just won double gold in the New York Spirits competition. But if you like the clear tequila, you like silver, they've got Blanco as well. They've got a Reposado and a honey Reposado, which I also tried out at the golf tournament. Fantastic and makes a great cocktail. You can find Blue Star Tequila at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. So next time you're in the market for some tequila, go ahead and step your game up here. Try out this Blue Star Tequila.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys are in the Garden State of New Jersey, taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Eddie in Alabama. 06 Mustang GT Shaker 500. $5,000.
All right, I'll think about it.
Charlie, have you noticed that we have trouble coming to terms with customers in Alabama?
Yeah, they're kind of like hard-ass like Oklahoma, too.
The common denominator here is meth and great football.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. When you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you might not get a lot of wins, but the players, they're still playing. Which ones are overhyped, which ones aren't, you know that. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash. It is so good to be right. You know, last week following the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the season isn't great, but Dak's throwing for numbers. I keep following. I love what's going on with Dak, and I would keep following the more than as we keep going through the season. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You love CD Lamb, you love Saquon Barkley, you can play him 3 different ways. And whether it's a friend or a celebrity partner or just someone whose picks you like, hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create. It's a new feed there on PrizePicks. Listen, it feels great to be right, and being right on PrizePicks means money. Download the PrizePick app today and use the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. This is code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's October. Football season is in full swing, and you know Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. I love playing Underdog because it's easy. You pick whether you think a player will go higher or lower on stats, rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Use my promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog. Promo code STAR when you get signed up at Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tell him, Vic. Yes, it's the Morning Huddle 94.1. Short segment here as we are going to talk to Brian Schottenheimer in the next
Shoddy,
segment.
as we know him.
Coach Shoddy.
Yeah, Coach Shoddy.
Coach Shoddy. Coming off a tie.
Well,
there's worse things than a tie. Specifically one thing
as
worse
a
than a tie.
pretty consistent C student, I'm all about a solid
There you
C.
there you go. So I'm curious how he walked away feeling from that tie. But Cowboys are at the Jets this weekend. The Cowboys road favorites, 2.5 points now at the Jets. I am nervous that the Cowboys are taking money here. On paper, they should smash the Jets, and the Jets are the most laughable organization in football, I think.
What's your concern?
That there's still the defense has still been just dreadful.
It's the worst I've ever seen.
And even an offense like the Jets, because I would have never thought before that they were going to make like Russell Wilson was going to have Russell Wilson had a career day and then got fired the next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
but at least we knew he was capable of it. Do you think on Fields' best day, what's the best thing you think that Justin Fields could do? The numbers that you think he'd lay out, because he does. I mean, he's got Garrett is a decent wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know much else about the other guy. Their running game is average, and he can't throw.
No, he cannot throw. Although when he goes up against zone coverage, he has a tendency to have these big games. And there was a game last year where he threw for 300 yards against the freaking Colts. It can happen, and especially there's times when he takes off running.
That's the worry. That's it, because we've seen the Cowboys get beat with legs. It happened against Philly, and that is the one thing. If they can just manage that, I think that you can pencil in a victory. I don't know, the cover and points and all that, I don't know. But if they can just keep Fields between the tackles, I think, and force him to throw, I think that's the best possible thing you could have. And against this secondary, I'm kind of embarrassed to say that.
I mean, it's a real possibility. And I want to ask Shoddy about the Cowboys are playing zone coverage at the highest clip of anybody in the league. I want to ask him if you do you consider maybe shifting that a little bit, knowing that you're going against a quarterback who the only success he has comes against zone,
standing still and throwing to a spot.
Yeah,
that's all he can do.
So, well, that's one of the questions we'll have for Shoddy on the other side. But yeah, I wish I could feel good about the Cowboys here, but on the road,
I feel pretty good.
I don't.
I feel like this is they're and part of it is the football gods kind of owe them. You've gotten kicked in the nuts a couple of times. You probably you're due one.
I will say, I mean, this or the Giants is the worst team that they've played this year, and the Giants is their one win. But God, I mean, that was about as iffy of a win as you can get.
Absolutely it was. It was as inept as you can be and still win a football game.
So while I say, man, it should just be an easy walkthrough, I don't know that the Cowboys are going to have any easy walkover games this year. I don't know.
If not now, when is my attitude, and I think it will be now. And easy is a relative term. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any sense, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as difficult a win as maybe even last week in a tie.
This is bad on bad because the Jets' defense is also dreadful.
And that's where I'm putting my money. I think they're going to score a lot of points. I think that they're going to, even with the line banged up and all that, I think Dak is so dialed in, it's going to take him more than just that defense to slow him down.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Schottenheimer. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Oh, man, tis the season. As we're talking football, that means there are leases that need to be tended. There's work to be done on land, and there's no better partner in your work than Kubota. And Ewald Kubota's got everything you need. Like Ewald Kubota. John Ewald runs Ewald Kubota, and like he always says, you can afford a Kubota. That's absolutely true. No reasonable offer is ever refused at Ewald, and the Kubotas, it's worth a great offer because that orange paint means you're getting yourself a fine tractor. Determined to earn your business, that's what Ewald has been doing for nearly 75 years. And if you're looking for sales, parts, rental service, they're all under one roof. The family tradition matters around here, and the Ewalds have it. Their customers have been treated like family with expert advice. They get reliable Kubota equipment. They get all they need under one roof all throughout South Texas. And when I talk rental, I'm talking about the equipment that you need when equipment is down. They get it fixed. Their team knows how important it is for you to be up and running. They'll come out to your site if you need it. You can rent by the day, the month, the week, and they'll deliver to you when you need it. Service comes and goes, but their service is consistent. You always get great in-field service and in-garage service. Their construction equipment is built tough, and they've got offers right now like you're unheard of. 0% APR right now. They got hay offers. They got balers. The cutters are coming in with extended offers from Ewald Kubota. What they're doing is effectively doubling the standard company warranty. If it's 2 years, you're going to get the 4 years of peace of mind with this extended warranty with no extra money. Get ready for hunting season. Their RTVs are fast, they're reliable, and they're quiet. And you're going out to your lace, you know what I'm talking about. Get around with speed, agility, and ease. Man, the season deserves the orange ATVs that Ewalds bring you. Please put up a good and exciting spin. Head over there to any one of them. Hunting season is here, something to look forward to. Head over to Kubota. Ewald Kubota is your service all across the country. From the hill country to the Gulf of Mexico, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
On the northeast side, it still had that sluggish traffic. I-35 southbound from Evans to O'Connor, about a 20 to 25 minute delay. Also, I-35 southbound as you approach I-10, still have that heavy traffic through that construction zone. About a 10-minute delay. Southwest side, call out of a new accident. Loop 410 southbound at Ray Ellison. The left lane is blocked. Traffic a little sluggish through that area. And far west side, pocket of heavy traffic. Highway 90 eastbound from Highway 211 to Hunt Lane. About a 5-minute delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
No. 8:35 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We'll hear from Coach Schottenheimer in just a minute. The big discussion on the Brigade Bar is, well, how can the Jets score enough points to keep up with the Cowboys? Mind you, the Cowboys, in their 4 games, 3 of those, their opponents have scored a season high.
Yeah, man, what do you mean, how can the Jets score? It's not about the Jets. It's about the Cowboys. How are they going to stop even anybody?
The Packers hadn't scored more than 26 until last week, and suddenly they beat that by 2 touchdowns. The Giants, same thing. I mean, this is quite frankly, the Cowboys may just be a bad football team.
At least defensively.
You can't, like, anytime you've got a bad football team going on the road, laying points, that's like the biggest sucker bet. It's, the Cowboys are going to smash them. It happened to you guys with the Bears. Everybody's, the Bears? The Bears stink.
Yeah, I don't know that's the biggest worry.
Yeah, because you have to know that this team is, like, you're going to get scored on. So you have to know that your team's going to play a lead on the other side. It's a tough ask sometimes. So, I don't think there's any gimmies for the Dallas Cowboys right now. And you know, they it's funny because they've played well. The games that they've played the best in was against the best competition. I thought they played really well against the Eagles, and I thought at times they played admirably last week against the Packers.
Not at times. That offense is as good, if not for defense forcing them to do some things I don't think they're comfortable doing. The offense can move the ball as good as anybody in the country. I mean, they're solid.
Yeah.
I have no worries about that. But the defense, as good as the offense is, the defense is twice as bad.
Yeah.
It's hard to fathom how bad they are.
Yeah, it's pretty. PFF has them 31 out of 32 defense.
Who's 32?
The Dolphins.
It's just hard to fathom how bad they truly are. Third down, it's just one thing after another, and it puts the offense in such a situation where it's hard to be balanced, but they've done pretty good at it. It's hard to get downfield when you know that that's what they know you want to do, and they've managed to do it. The team can score.
Yeah, no doubt. So, all right, let's talk to the man who's responsible for a lot of that scoring. Joining us now on the Buyers Barricade guest line, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Brian Schottenheimer joined us on the program. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right, Coach. Have you had time to listen to the new Taylor Swift album? What's your favorite track so far?
Champagne.
Oh, my God. Daughter would be very upset that I haven't. I didn't even know she's got a new record out. When did this break?
Oh, it came out last night.
11
Coach.
o'clock.
It sounds like
Coach.
you've got something for the plane ride up to New York.
To be honest, I might have to wait. Listen to that on the way home from work this afternoon.
I think that might be the move. It's the life of a showgirl. A lot of us know it, Coach. The life of a showgirl. Us and Taylor.
Like you guys, do you guys have a favorite track?
The title track is my favorite so far.
It's got a good hook. It's easy to
it's
dance
good.
to.
And Honey is pretty good also. Yeah. We've been jamming it out here a little this morning, Coach.
All right, maybe I'll throw it on my Spotify. I'm a Spotify guy, so I'll throw it on there and see what I think. I'll report back next week.
All right,
yeah.
All right. You might be Team Swifty with us next week. You never know. Hey,
I love it.
Coach, we were just talking about how you guys have been so elite on one side of the ball, and whatever the opposite of elite is on the other side of the ball. What kind of football team does that make? Because it's hard to be a great football team when you're really bad on one side of the ball, but it's hard to be an awful football team when you're so great on the other side. Where do you think you guys are right now compared to where you hope you can be?
Yeah, well, the question is real. The question is fair. We're not where we need to be. And again, I think when you look at it, the main objective for us is to win. And with our record being 1-2-1, we've obviously not done that enough. And this is the ultimate team game. And really, I've always believed this, and I've said this to players on numerous occasions, that for you to win most games, remove the turnover battle and taking care of the ball and all that stuff, you need to win two of the three phases. So the three phases, of course, are offense, defense, special teams. And you need to be able to do that because that is what's called complementary football. And unfortunately for us, we just have not done a good enough job of that. There's been moments that the defense has played well, and we haven't been able to feed off of that. And then there's been times where we've scored points, taken the lead, and the defense hasn't been able to get the stop to put the game away. And a lot of it is just learning how to finish. And, I really hoped that we were going to find a way to beat Green Bay and put that one away, because that would have given us not just the Giants, but a second game where, man, it was back and forth and all this stuff. And really the experience of pulling games out and winning close games, which is what this league is about, guys. There's rarely, I got home and saw the last few minutes of overtime last night. Like that's what this league is. It's back and forth, and it takes complementary football to find ways to win, and we're not where we need to be in that regard yet.
You've got a Tyler issue with a bunch of banged up Tylers and linemen. Give us the status of your Tylers and the rest of your linemen. After your line came off, I think the best game they've had all season.
Yeah, they really did. And again, I'm so excited about where we're going with that group and the physicality that they play with, both the run and the pass protection piece of it. And that was a damn good front we played last week against Green Bay. We're going to play a really good front this week again, with Keenan Williams and guys like that in New York. But again, I'm not avoiding the question. We're definitely beat up as a football team. It's part of the deal when you have two overtime games and you're 70-plus minutes in two of your first four games. Today we'll know a lot more. I would say all those guys are doing everything in their power to get back, but I want to see them move around a little bit today, try to move around today, because today's our last day of kind of running full speed. Wednesday is usually a padded practice. Thursday you go shells. Friday, today you're in helmets, but you're running. Like it's a dress rehearsal. You're you're kind of hitting your red zone stuff, some 2-minute stuff, a little bit of your third down, your opener, stuff like that. So I'll have a better idea. But I think the bigger question is, maybe we should just, change somebody's name. I don't know who it would be, but the Tyler brothers they're definitely hurting a little bit.
Yeah, I could see. I don't know.
TJ's the first name in Tyler, is it?
I don't know who's going to volunteer, but I mean, is TJ Bass's first name Tyler?
Is his name Tyler? I hope not.
I hope not too.
Yeah, I know. I don't think so. I don't believe so. And he's definitely not going by Tyler if his name is Tyler.
Yeah,
John
no.
Like
Coach, this is a two-part question. One is game specific, and one's about your philosophy as a coach. I'll ask that one first. Do you believe in we are what we are going to be, and this is my game plan, this is my vision, this is what I'm going to stick to, or do you change what you are based on your opponent's weaknesses? Like, how do you approach those types of things?
Yeah, I think we always have a philosophy. Like, we have a belief of who we are. We know how we want to play the game. We understand how we want to attack. We basically break our plays into really 3 categories, guys. We've got what we call primary, which they're going to be in basically every week. You have secondary plays, which they're going to be in probably, I would say, half the time, maybe a little bit less than half the time. Then we've got game plan specific plays that are very front specific, opponent specific, 3-4 type plays, 4-3 man-to-man plays, and those are in, I'd say a handful of times each week when you play an opponent like that. But you're always looking to attack the opponent. Like there's things that we know on both sides of the ball that the Jets do well. There's things that we feel like we have the advantage that we're going to try to take advantage of. But you never want to get too far away from what you believe in because, for example, there's plays that Dak just knows cold. And for me to remove some of those plays because maybe a team or an opponent has shown the ability to cover those plays pretty well doesn't make a whole lot of sense because if you believe in your ability to go and make those plays and those throws and execute at a high level, I really believe that confidence is more important than anything.
The reason why I asked that is one of the statistical anomalies that I found this week digging into this game is you guys run zone coverage more than anybody in the league this year. And Justin Fields he's not great against zone, but he might be the worst quarterback in the league against man-to-man coverage. Do you talk to Flus and say, hey, I know we've been running a lot of zone, but this might be a week where we show him some different looks and see if we can change things up a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we're aware of those numbers, and we have a great analytics department that gives us those things. And you are on your facts, so kudos to you. You've got your facts down for sure. But yeah, the biggest thing is that again, what I love going into this matchup is if anybody knows Justin Fields better than Matt Eberflus, I'd love to know who it is, just because of his exposure to him, being in Chicago with him for 2 years. He knows his strengths. He knows. What he does well. He does a lot of things well. He's got some weapons. They live with the running game, and then he's going to find Garrett Wilson and Mason Taylor was a guy that I coached Jason Taylor back with the Jets 100 years ago, and Mason was running around. He was just a toddler. But the answer to the question is 1,000%. We look at those things. We factor those things in when we're building our plan throughout the early parts of the week.
Looking at your offense is just clicking. What is it about Dak? I've asked you this question several weeks in a row, and every time I watch him play, there's been something different. What is it about Dak from week to week that you're seeing that is different as far as staying locked in and finding different dudes at different times? Last week I was so impressed with his ability to kind of pepper the ball around in the second half where he tends to lock in on some guys. What is it about what you're seeing from him now that we didn't see last year? And give me your answer for this week, and I'll ask you it again next week.
Yeah, it's perfect. And I'll start prepping for next week's answer, too, so I don't make it too boring for you guys. Keep saying the same thing. Here's what I'd say. I love how he's reading progressions.
Right.
So, obviously, progressions are when, you go from number 1 receiver to number 2 to number 3, number 4. And, what you're seeing is, he's not forcing the ball to a George Pickens. A couple big plays last week for, Ryan Flournoy. Jalen Tolbert had a big 3rd down and 5 conversion on a shallow cross, right? And sometimes those guys aren't the primary option, but what he's doing is he's reading the defense at such a high level. The ball's being spread around, and he's playing like a point guard, man. Like, I was a huge basketball guy kind of growing up, man, and I'm dating myself, but like, dude, John Stockton, his ability just to run the show and push the ball down the field, and then Jason Williams, how he would go, and that's what Dak's doing right now. He's just the point guard of this offense, and he's distributing the ball, and it's going different spots. He's playing with great eyes, and that gets everybody involved. And when you get everybody involved, man, and the moments become big, guys know that Dak trusts them. And that's why I think, like, in overtime, the Jalen Tolbert catch on the sideline, man, what an incredible catch. I mean, heck, I was getting ready to get my 3rd and 7 call ready, and all of a sudden my guys up in the box are like, dude, first down at the 7 or whatever. I'm like, what? I mean, it was just such an incredible catch. So that point guard mentality that Dak's playing with has been fun for me to watch.
It's been hard for some of his receivers to get his trust, hasn't it?
Well, I think it's time spent, guys. I mean, like, it is time spent, and it's communication, and our guys do a ton of talking when so the way the practice works, right, we'll go out and the offense will run 5 plays, and then they come off and the defense goes out versus scout team and they run 5 plays. Well, what I've noticed a ton is the communication between Dak and the receivers and the tight ends and the running backs that they're having, talking about, hey, well, I thought you were going to do this. Well, no, I thought you wanted me to do that. No, I want you to do this. Oh, okay, well, I'll do that. And those are the things that we preach because of the relationships and having the hard conversations and stuff like that. So all those things are a big byproduct of the confidence that we're playing with right now as an offensive unit.
Despite all the PFF stat site that I'm sure you also see what you guys are doing there, but I fall back on a lot. It shows the Cowboys the worst pass blocking offensive line in the league, but a top 3 run blocking unit. And my thought was, Coach, when you start to lose bodies, the swing guys, I don't hate to say the lesser players, but the non-starters who are having to step up and take starter minutes. I know every offensive lineman prefers to run block versus pass block, and so it's obviously a lot harder to find elite pass blocker. But do you find that when your offensive line starts to get injured, you tend to lean more towards running the ball because that's what everybody's at least excited to run block?
Well, I think let's look at last week a little bit. Like last week, we were playing obviously a very explosive defensive front. And I think, we always want to be balanced. I think, you don't really think of it that way. You've got a plan going in, but like, you've got to be ready to adjust. And, like next thing you know, you come out of the game against Green Bay, you've thrown it, whatever it was, 40 something times. And, again, that wasn't necessarily the game plan, but we also weren't necessarily planning on being 70 minutes. But I do think that, like, there's certain types of runs that we're good at. There's certain types of passes that we're good at. And, the depth of this roster, I have a lot of confidence in. I know Dak has a lot of confidence in. And, I think that's so important because, like, whether it's Brock Hoffman and T.J. Bass, somebody gave me a stat about how well those guys have played together. Well, let's think about it. Those guys have been together now, I think, for going on almost this is their 3rd year together. So, they've also done a lot of work on scout team together when they weren't starting. But, like, the communication and the timing and the brotherhood and all that stuff is real. And, so I do think you have to go in with a plan and be ready to adjust. But no, we're not gonna be conservative if you're down a couple guys in any spot. It's part of the game. There's no excuses, and you got to go out and execute.
All right, that is Coach Brian Schottenheimer. Coach, I don't know if I should say congratulations on the tie. I mean, it beats one of the alternatives. I mean, so I'm sure you've had better and worse weeks since being the coach of the Cowboys, but that's a good football team you guys had a tie with.
Yeah, and you've been asked a lot. Would you change the rules?
Yeah. Well, again, first of all, yeah, I don't know how to take the tie. I really don't. But like,
none of us do.
The process for me is always the same. Whether you win, whether you lose, and now, I mean, I can't remember the last tie I had. I think it was back in like 1997 when I was with the Chiefs, I think. But again, would I change the rules? I don't know. I mean, I maybe would add a little bit more time to overtime. But again, I think at the end of the day, we're on to New York, and whether you win, lose, or tie, man, man, this league, there's always something humbling coming around the corner versus the next opponent, so you got to get ready.
Well, Coach, I'm going to leave you with that homework. Get that new Taylor Swift album in, and let us know what your favorite banger is off that thing by next week. Well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely, I'll have it rated for you guys. I'll have listened to it, and I'll be ready to go.
Do you have an all-time favorite Taylor song?
Man. So, my daughter would kill me for freezing up in the moment like this.
No, you earn points in my book that you don't.
Yeah, Rob doesn't know one either.
Yeah. Well done.
Mine's mean. Why you got to be so mean? I just think it's a classic. Yeah.
I will say this: my daughter, I've taken my daughter and my family to 2 different Taylor Swift concerts, and I hum the words. I don't really know the words, but I hum the words.
Well, Coach, I got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name in for next week, and we'll talk.
Wow,
We'll talk to you again.
That song. Good job.
Wow. We'll pencil you into that blank space next week, right here, 8:30. We'll do it again. Thank you for the time. We'll talk to you next week, Coach.
Thanks, Sean.
Take care, guys.
That is Brian Schottenheimer, head coach of the Cowboys, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, and he and all our guests join us on the Buyers Barricade guest lines. Buyers Barricade, providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. I think he's like us. It's better than losing, but you don't feel great about it.
The moment that the game was over and everybody just kind of stood up on the field and in the stands and looked around at each other and went, "Is that it? Is there anything else?"
Yeah.
All right, let's go home. Let's call it a day.
I guess it's over then.
I guess it's done.
All right. All right, for us, we got 1 hour of programming left.
Oh my goodness.
What?
That's it.
And then we're gonna go. Oh,
and then
man.
Taylor
go home and take
day.
a nap, and then I'm gonna go watch Taylor in the theaters.
Goodness, you're gonna have
it's gonna be a
glitter
long
on
day.
you.
Oh, I gotta get dressed up.
Oh, you better.
It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Head of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week, and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Holy onions! For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home? Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome. Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It's October. Football season is in full swing, and you know Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. I love playing Underdog because it's easy. You pick whether you think a player will go higher or lower on stats, rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Use my promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog. Promo code STAR when you get signed up at Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey,
we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome. Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
On the northeast side, still have that sluggish traffic. I-35 southbound from Evans to O'Connor, about a 20 to 25 minute delay. Also I-35 southbound as you approach I-10. Still have that heavy traffic through that construction zone. About a 10-minute delay. Southwest side, call out of a new accident. Loop 410 southbound at Ray Ellison. The left lane is blocked. Traffic a little sluggish through that area. And far west side, pocket of heavy traffic. Highway 90 eastbound from Highway 211 to Hunt Lane. About a 5-minute delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Last night in Major League Baseball, Detroit took down Cleveland, sending them packing. The Chicago Cubs sent the San Diego Padres home, and the Yankees, behind a gem of a game from a rookie named Schlittler, took down Boston 4-0. Tonight, San Antonio Sports Star High School Football Game of the Week is the Warren Warriors taking on the Stevens Falcons. It starts at 7 with a pregame right here on 94.1. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Oh, yeah. Coach Schottenheimer joined us here just a minute ago.
That was a good interview, man.
He's fun. He's a
fan.
He's a fun guy, man. He's a little looser than what we had with Coach McCarthy last year.
Oh, life hasn't beaten him down yet.
I'm with you. It'll happen eventually.
No, it's coming.
Right now, he's enjoying the life, and I mean, quite frankly, he's doing his job. I hate to say it, but
the offense is clicking. I mean, if you'd have told me that they were going to be able to move the ball, pass the ball, and do all this where they are, and they had a defense even slightly better, I would have been overjoyed.
Yeah.
This is everything they could have hoped for offensively.
All right. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in sports outside of football real quick. Live Golf, which manages the activities outside of the U.S., Live Golf Limited, that's the UK-based entity. They manage all the golf activities outside of the United States. You know what they lost in 2024? How much money they lost? You tell me how long this is going to be sustainable. $590 million loss. In 2024. Now,
okay.
So 3.5 years of operation, 3.5 years that Liv has been around, minus $1.4 billion this thing has lost.
Well, keep in mind, now that's a big number.
That's a huge number.
That's a big number. Now, the primary money behind the PIF is the Saudi Public Investment Fund.
Yeah.
Which is upwards of $1 trillion.
Yeah, they're not going to run out of money.
So this is, that's a lot of money, but to the Saudis, this is chump change. They're buying more than a golf league. That's what, you know what I mean? They're buying more. They're buying PR. They're buying all the stuff that they can't use their name for. So this is an investment for them. They could They could do this for 50 years. I don't think that kind of loss. What will end the Live won't be money. It'll be lack of interest. Nobody cares.
The PIF has now invested just under $4 billion in Live Golf so far. Billion.
God. Yeah.
And literally no one cares.
No one cares. And that'll be what kills it. It won't be the Saudis going, we're out of money. It'll be like, no one cares, so why are we putting money here when we can put this vast sum elsewhere, like the European NBA, or which is where LeBron and Maverick Carter have been. So I see it lasting as long as people, or at least give it a passing care. But no one cares. Unless the Euros care more about the Live than we do.
I don't know. I don't know how they feel about it over there. I mean, again, it's losing money in the UK certainly. So I don't think they care that much.
I don't understand why. How we got to this?
I mean, I understand how they got to it. It can't. It's not sustainable.
No, that's what I'm saying. And we've gotten to this where now, I can't tell you a single Live Tour event. Not one. Yeah. I know they have them. I know they're televised somewhere. I don't know. I don't know who's won, and I don't care.
Yeah. I guess this is an NFL story, but it's not an on-field story. John Gruden versus the NFL.
It's coming to light. The NFL lost a hearing yesterday.
Yeah, another win for John Gruden in the Nevada Supreme Court. They rejected the league's petition to rehear its decision on John Gruden. They're like, no, we've already done this work. We ain't doing it again. In August, the Nevada Supreme Court ruled 5-2 for Gruden, that the NFL Constitution and bylaws arbitration clause does not apply to Gruden as a former employee and is unconscionable. As such, the case could proceed in public instead of going to arbitration as preferred by the NFL.
As preferred by any employer.
Yeah. So this is another big win for John Gruden and another loss for the NFL. I don't know what now.
I don't know what
Gruden says he's hoping to get back into coaching. I don't see a world where this works out where Gruden makes a ton of money from the NFL and somebody hires him to coach in the NFL. Maybe he'll coach in college.
I think college is a possibility. As we watched what Herm did at Arizona, which was Arizona State was a failure. We're watching what Belichick does at North Carolina to see if it works out. But I do think Gruden's name has crossed the lips of at least one or two college presidents.
Jim Harbaugh won a national title.
Yeah.
It can be done.
No, man, I've seen some things floating around about Gruden in Arkansas. I think that I'd like to have a conversation with him if I was at Arkansas. I'd like to talk to him. Why not?
Yeah, well, and let's see how much money he gets from the NFL, and then maybe you don't need that much salary.
Well, I don't think you will, regardless. It is a rehab project, but I do think that it's worthy of conversation. And the more Gruden presses this, the more it appears that the NFL was at least in the wrong in their actions. Whether they were in the wrong in the actual outcome of this after the emails and the stuff we read, I don't know, but. It does appear that Gruden has the upper hand here, so he might be looking less and less the villain the further along we go.
Now, we hinted at this at the beginning of the show. Caitlin Clark came out and said, Nafisha Collier made a lot of very valid points this week when she was tearing into Kathy Engelbert and WNBA leadership. Clark said she's got great respect for Fee, and Fee said it all. I think what people need to understand, we need great leadership at this time across all levels. This is straight up the most important moment in this league's history. They've been around for 25-plus years, and this is a moment we have to capitalize on. Collier said on Tuesday that Kathy Engelbert told her that Clark should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. She was doing just fine in college. She didn't need the college or WNBA to be a big star. If anything, maybe this Kathy Engelbert should be on her knees because where was this league before Caitlin Clark existed?
Well, I think she said that when she said this league's been around 25 years and we've never had anything till I got here.
Yeah,
that was her saying, "Yeah, I'm the biggest deal here. This league's been around 25 years, but now that I'm here." This is the most important time in the league's history. And that's her saying it without saying it. Engelbert is done. She's done. She will not be the commissioner by the time the players' agreement has been signed and the NBA plays again. She's cooked. It's over. They've taken a blowtorch to her. Now, the WNBA can't fire her because the players don't like her. That's not going to happen. But she will be fired by the end of the negotiation period. By the time the contract is signed, whether that's this year or next, whether it's through a lockout or a strike, Kathy Engelbert will no longer be the WNBA commissioner. It's over.
Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin's teammate, was a little more blunt. Not really a fan of our leadership in the W. I just think they're failing us as a league, definitely failing us as players. And everything that Nafisha said, we all feel that way, and we're all going to back her. I think it's pretty shameful that she always makes it about her, Kathy, when it should have nothing to do with her. I'm just tired of our league. They need to step up and be better. Our leadership from top to bottom needs to be held accountable. I think there are a lot of people in the position of powers in the WNBA who they might be really great business people, but they don't know bleep about basketball, and that's got to change. Several players have reached out to me in awe of how terrible it is and feeling bad for us because of how we're getting treated. That's NBA players, she's saying. Several NBA players have reached out.
I think that, again, no league worth their salt at all will ever fire a commissioner because of the uproar of players. That just won't happen. But you can just feel the tide turning. They're going to make her be the front and center of a very difficult negotiation, and we'll see how that works out. But there's nothing she can say or do. You got to keep her quiet. She can't retort this.
Here's Sophie Cunningham's last quote. There's a potential lockout because I promise you that we are not going to play until they give us what we deserve.
That's called a strike.
And that's kind of where it's headed, unfortunately, which would be the dumbest basketball decision business-wise ever, considering the momentum the WNBA has right now.
It's true. All of that is true. But they're going to have to go to the mattresses on this. There's going to have to be a blood and guts battle, and they're going to have to come and hug it out when it's all done. But right now, there's too much bad blood on both sides. And amongst players, too. I think
I think so, too.
All these people need to go into a room, settle your differences, and decide, let's just make some money and plant some fertile seeds.
You're just, Vic, you've got a dirty mind.
Yeah, that's what I meant by it.
Yeah, that's exactly what
See
he
where your
meant.
mind would be.
Stop it.
Yeah, everybody get pregnant.
Disgusting.
If you're going to get pregnant, don't play for Las Vegas. I can tell you that. You don't want to.
No.
Coach Hammond does not appreciate pregnant
I don't appreciate pregnancy. No way.
That's no excuse.
Finally, it looks like Luka has gone along. He's embraced J.J. Redick's directive to show up in shape.
He looks pretty good.
He looked great last season when he was in L.A., and it says Redick said, I don't know if everybody likes me right now, but he made conditioning a a mandatory thing in the offseason. And he says, Reddick said it wasn't aimed at any one particular player.
Except for a fat Serbian that we have.
But he said it's not just physical shape, it's mental shape too. And, sometimes you need a beer for your mental health. And
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Both are very important. We're doing it in practice. It was great. Everybody's in great shape. Everybody's running a lot, so it's been great so far. And Luka says that he's feeling good. He's happy that he's showed up in the shape that he's in. He's feeling the best he's ever felt. Do you feel like the Lakers, if Luka shows up and is great, are the Lakers contenders?
Yeah.
Now LeBron did not play. He did not practice on Thursday. He's not going to play against the Suns in their first preseason game. But I don't know if they've got enough depth. But if they get,
I mean, the term contender, they're a playoff team, and I certainly wouldn't want to play a team that was led by a healthy, functioning Luka. My God.
No, I wouldn't either. No.
Yeah, they're a contender.
All right. When we come back, we will see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Oh, Frank says Rob does know a Taylor Swift song, Bad Blood. Do you know that one?
Not
baby, now we got bad blood.
Oh, yeah, well, let's see.
Come on, man. Just take a look at what you've done.
Again, not a hater. Not a hater.
Okay.
Band-Aids don't
actually
fix
thought
bullet
that was
holes,
pink.
Rob. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes.
No, they don't.
No.
You say sorry just for show.
I thought that Bad Blood was pink.
No.
I see.
Not every woman is the same,
They all
Rom.
sound the same.
No, you can't. Does your wife think that? Do you tell that to your wife?
I don't discuss such personal matters.
Every time your wife talks, you say, you sound like every other woman in the world.
Well.
Why don't you try telling her that and see how it goes over?
When she sings, I say she sounds like Taylor. Does that matter? She sounds just like Taylor Swift to me.
Come on, man.
Rob, come on, man.
Come on.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you about Karbach Brewing. Oh, yeah, I had a couple of pumpkin and lagers last night. I'm not always in the mood for a pumpkin beer, but last night I felt it. And I popped open a couple of those pumpkin and lagers. Oh, they are very good, very crushable, in fact. My wife had to say, babe, you've had 3 beers, and it's halftime. And I said, oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess I do have to go to work tomorrow, so... yeah, I was behind, so I cranked it up. No, but again, they've got something for everybody in the lineup. I love Karbachtoberfest. I actually would have had that last night, but I was out, so I got to make a grocery store run. And you can find these, and it's a seasonal. Both of them are seasonals. You can find them all over the liquor stores and grocery stores all around town. You can find Karbach everywhere though. Love Street, that's their best seller. That's their Kolsch style blonde. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA. Crawford Bach, Ziegenbach. There's something for everybody in their lineup. And not only are those in the stores, but they're in all sorts of bars and restaurants around town. So when you're out this weekend, you're watching football, you're watching the fights, you're watching playoff baseball, make it better. Make it better with a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
South side of downtown is still cleaning up that accident. I-10 westbound as you approach I-35. 2 right lanes remain blocked. Traffic is stacked up past Hackberry. Still about a 20 to 25 a minute delay, so definitely plan accordingly. Staying in the downtown area, I-35 is southbound as you approach I-10 through that construction zone, moving a bit sluggish. Still about a 20-minute delay there, and a pocket of heavy traffic on the northeast side. Loop 1604 westbound between Pat Booker and Bitters. About a 10-minute delay through that stretch. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Thing he could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BILL to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BILL to 231231. That's BILL to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Welcome to Only Murders in the Building,
the official podcast.
Join me, Michael Cyril Creighton, as we go behind the scenes with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from season 5.
The audience should never stop suspecting anything.
How can you not be funny crawling around on a coffin?
No, that's true. Catch Only Murders in the Building official podcast, premiering September 9th wherever you get your podcasts. And watch Only Murders in the Building, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I've never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. With eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
That defense looks loaded to me.
You know, I don't have wet dreams when it comes to men, but when I think of this defense, I have, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night. We practice making babies because I'm that excited about this defense.
You going to be okay, Indy? Do you need a minute?
Needs a cigarette, I think.
You might need something.
Started reaching for the baby oil, but then I was like, Puff Daddy bought it all, so I can't get baby oil. That's what this Texas defense does.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Cash rules everything around Vic. Get the money.
Yeah.
Get the scratchers. $, bill, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. I mean, even during the busiest of sports times, there's still a world out there where sports don't matter at all, if you can believe that. Don't happen at all. I mean,
that doesn't happen often.
You know, some people don't even care about sports. It ain't for me.
They're weird.
But, you know.
I know a few.
This is a good story, a heartwarming story. 3 kittens were left to die in a box.
Doesn't sound heartwarming.
A cardboard box. They were duct taped up in a box.
What?
And well, the heartwarming thing is about how they were discovered.
Oh.
A dog walker was out doing their job and walking dogs.
Right.
Well, a dog sniffed out the box on Wednesday and dragged the owner toward the box. Like said, hey, it was like a lassie move. Like, hey.
Well, the dog had an ulterior motive, but of course, you know.
There was a trio of kittens less than a month old were found inside the box in a horrifying condition. They were taken to emergency vets overnight, provided with emergency treatment, including antibiotics, eye drops, and pain relief, full of fleas. They had their eyes glued shut with ocular discharge and could barely hold their own weak frames. They're the weight of a newborn kitten. They're malnourished. But it says the amount of cats in need is increasing, but they're burst, and they said this is happening a lot. These trauma cases where people are just leaving cats, but they're treating this dog like a hero because these 3 kittens would have certainly died if not for the heroics.
You box up a couple of cats and throw them out the door. I want to have a conversation.
I'd like to
meet you in a dark alley.
Yep.
Now, I'm a person who I like animals. I'm a lover of animals. I've got a soft spot for stray animals.
Yep, me too.
This lady, her soft spot is a little too soft. Her soft spot's too soft for animals. A 95-year-old woman was apparently, they're saying, rescued from a house of horrors
full of cats.
Although when they say a house of horrors, this was where she lived.
Is it full of cats?
Well, Samantha Boyd, who's 57, and her partner Neil Weschler have been arrested on counts of animal cruelty and also a charge of endangering the welfare of a vulnerable elderly person. Someone did a search warrant at the home and found a 93-year-old woman or 95-year-old woman living in horrific conditions. There were 206 animals living in the house. Living in, quote, overcrowded and unsanitary conditions.
I feel like I live with 200 animals myself.
Cats. Now, mind you, all of these were indoor.
So this is all cats?
No. But these were all the animals that were inside the house. Cats, dogs, roosters, ducks, pigeons, quail, rabbits, crows, geese.
This was more of a...
Rob, don't interrupt. I got plenty more.
This wasn't a house. This is a barn.
This is Noah's Ark. Chipmunks, doves, chickens, hamsters, ferrets, guinea pigs, hedgehogs, voles, V-O-L-E-S. What's a vole?
Little mouse, little rat-like thing.
Oh, gross. Flying squirrels, parakeets, parrots, cockatoos, chinchillas, tortoises, turkeys, and various other species.
So
they were like, I don't even know what some of this stuff is.
Were they like running free? Are they in cages?
There's cages. There's birds flying around the house. There's cages stacked on top of each other. So when one of the animals poops, it goes on top of the other animal in the cage below him.
Oh, man.
Well,
come on, man.
Where was this at?
England.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she like the caretaker? Did she have her own cage?
No. She was a regular house liver. Although the house was filled with trash. Unsurprisingly.
I'm surprised the stench alone.
I watched that show Hoarders. I used to watch it all the time.
I can't watch it.
Oh, it's vile. Oh, it's vile.
Oh, and my next door neighbor's like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awful.
My first job, I worked
seen
for a
the
company and we
backyard?
repoed furniture, and I had to go into people's houses to take their furniture and go into hoarders' houses, and God.
Yeah, it's, I don't understand that.
Oh.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good when it gets to that point. All right. 50 Cent is taking his opportunity. He's taking cheap shots, maybe, but it's kind of funny. As Diddy comes upon his sentencing trial.
Yeah, it's today.
50 Cent came out and said, if Diddy gets out of prison, it says, Dear Judge Subramanian, this is a quote, this is a post from 50 Cent. Okay. I've had an ongoing dispute with Puffy for 20 years. He's very dangerous. Multiple times I feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public, Your Honor, before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustments despite his trying to teach a class in there. As you are already aware, the government has spent maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appear to be an army, in 2 locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations, claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male sex workers and keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it. My Netflix doc on this scandalous subject is coming soon.
Oh, my God.
Didn't 50 always blame Puff for Big Notorious?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I always
yeah.
blamed him for that, too.
I think so. The babies need this baby oil. He's only going to hire more male sex workers and keep baby oil from the general public. Come on, Fitty. Also, they're saying like not just the baby oil shortage. I don't know what there are people, I guess, already outside. Like this is already happening. People are, they're expecting Diddy to be like.
I think he's going to get time served. I think they'll probably let him go.
People are going to be pissed if that happens.
Yeah. He didn't get convicted.
I think it should be 10 years. Well, he got convicted for some stuff.
Well, yeah, but not for the heavy stuff.
Well, what's heavy stuff? Like, I mean,
he didn't get the trafficking
stuff, but
he didn't get the internet, the stuff that would have thrown time at him. And he served so much time. I'm not kidding. I think he's going to get. He won't be in prison much longer.
Dude, they gotta maximize this somehow. Like, I don't know. What I took away from this is, all right, maybe there wasn't enough evidence to throw the book at Diddy, but there's enough evidence to know Diddy's a bad guy and kind of a danger to society.
That's why you stayed in prison till now. If they'd have felt like, hey, you were wrongfully accused and he'd have bonded out. But no, the sentencing. I don't think they'll be at home for much longer.
A substitute teacher in Vermont is facing charges of bringing cocaine to school. This is always a bad idea, friends, if you're a substitute teacher. Police say a student tipped off officials that Melissa Martin, a permanent substitute, which I don't know what that means, a permanent substitute. What's that mean?
Sounds like what it is, I guess. Like whatever teacher's out, whatever class, you're the one who gets it, I guess.
Okay. She was displaying unusual behavior.
She had a couple of businesses she was going to start.
She admitted to school officials that she had cocaine in her jacket. Officers with a search dog were called in to the empty classroom and found what appeared to be cocaine in her jacket as well as a backpack. She was charged with possession of cocaine and reckless endangerment. School officials did not respond immediately to calls about this, but it does seem like if you are going to be a substitute teacher, you should leave your cocaine in the car at a minimum.
Well, you got to stay busy. You got to stay active. Those kids keep you moving.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, you go out for your lunch break, you bump.
A little bump in the bathroom. It'll keep you moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I can think of is how much they pay in their substitute teachers.
Yeah, man. Cocaine's not cheap. Cocaine is not cheap, friends. Not cheap at all. All right. One more story before I get us out of here.
Oh, yeah. We have your favorite subject. We have to talk about the preacher in Dallas.
Oh, you got a Dallas preacher story? Yeah. What's the latest? I'll do this while you pull that one up. A driver called the police department. said, "Hey, somebody's following me. I'm having a real emergency here. I'm being followed." Now this is in Ontario, Canada. The driver was unable to provide their exact location, could only confirm the direction they were going. Now, the officers then conducted a traffic stop. Police say when officers spoke with the driver, they detected the odor of freshly burnt cannabis. They say that
I like freshly burnt.
Yeah, the driver also allegedly shown signs of impairment and paranoid behavior. The driver was arrested and transported to a hospital in Espanola for medical assessment. Here's the thing. If you're really, really stoned, and you think someone's following you, it's probably the cops. Maybe don't call the cops about it, because then what do they pulled him over. He was being followed by the cops.
Wow. Now, I don't leave the house. That's why I don't leave the house.
Guys just don't know how to react when they're around a little bit of freshly burnt marijuana. They just get
freshly burnt. I appreciate whoever wrote that.
Freshly burnt marijuana.
Still warm. You ever heard of the Gateway Church?
I've not.
It's a non-denominational evangelical Christian church.
Is it between Dallas and Oklahoma?
It's in Southlake.
Okay.
They have a membership of upwards of 25,000 people. Their preacher, let's see what this cat's name is, Robert Morris.
Oh, okay.
Founder and senior pastor of Southlake.
Isn't he the cigarette guy?
Maybe he owns that, and also a university. If I'm not
okay.
mistaken. He pled out to abusing a 12-year-old girl back in the 80s. He admitted to inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady decades earlier.
How old was he?
Back then, well, let's see how old he is now. Let's see.
See,
he did it a long time ago, but he's sorry for it.
Is statute of limitations up on it?
No, he pled out on it. He's going to do some time. I'm going to get exactly what he's going to do here. But yeah, your TV preachers in Dallas. What shocked me about this was the sheer size of this church.
25,000 people,
1,000 active members, and he's going to step aside. Spend 5-6 months in jail.
Don't worry, I'm sure his son is going to take over, and I'm sure his son's like a really good guy who doesn't do things like that.
You know, the sad thing is, AJ, is I couldn't remember the guy's name, so I just Googled Dallas preacher steps down. That's all I Googled. I got like 9 different preachers, all with different sexual predilections.
How do you think?
Not this one. Nope, not this one.
How do you think preachers who are accused of crimes like this do in prison?
I hope exactly how I think they do.
You think that's?
Come on, man.
You think they get it like that?
I would like to think.
Or do you think
I would like to hope
they'd be like, "Hey, man, you can't beat up the preacher."
No,
like that's
no.
I don't think it matters.
I think if you're, what do they call the pedos?
Chomos.
If you're a chomo, there's a price to pay, brother.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are.
I don't care if you're walking with a Bible or not.
Yeah.
What's his take on gay relationships? Does it say on that website?
I have a sense that the Gateway Church. Let's see what Gateway Church.
Because he might get a new gateway opened while he's in prison.
Churches.
He'll learn about it really good.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be getting catcalled. Hey, preacher man, where you going, Bubba? Oh, gateway. I'm gonna show you the gateway.
Come on.
They hold a traditional, non-affirming view of the LGBTQ issues.
Okay. Well, you might be playing for the other team by the time he gets out.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
You never
have
know.
to start a different kind of church.
That's right. All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the Cowboys are in the Garden State of New Jersey, taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
You like that? How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
So you're the new girl, huh?
I am the new girl. girl, thank you so much for getting me this job.
You got a boyfriend?
No, not right now.
You ever date older men?
You really look a lot like my Uncle Skip.
You like my pants?
I do like those pants. Those are nice.
You want me to take them off? You probably didn't notice, but I'm the governor.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hey Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by HEB.
Imagine owning coastal land with ocean views and world-class fishing just off Matagorda Bay. Well, dream no more. Saturday, October 11th, mark your calendars for our fall one-day coastal land sale at Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point. We're unveiling incredible coastal properties. We're talking 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9 and waterfront properties starting at $99.9, or with a barn dominium from just $169.9. Wow! This gated community boasts a waterfront resort-style pool and cabana, your own boat slip and launch with paved roads and underground utilities. It's all happening Saturday, October 11th. 1+ acre with ocean access just $49.9. Texas coastal waterfront properties from $99.9 with barn dominium from only $169.9. Call now for your private tour at 210-853-0389. Excellent financing is available. Call 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARTY5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey! It's AJ and Rob. Hey! Oh, yeah, baby. What a song.
Not even her best.
No, it's not, I don't know, but it's good.
It's a good one, though. I like it.
It's a good one.
It's a banger.
Yes,
I mean, Gorgeous. You liked that one, too. We played Gorgeous the other day. You loved that one.
Whew.
I mean, it's, you know.
Today's going to be a great day. I'm going to go home, brew a hot cup of tea, put on a soft sweater, curl up on the couch and listen to Taylor all day.
Oh,
I hope I don't
man.
cry.
That's so white. I'm gonna go home and clean. I gotta go do the yard and clean.
What?
Yeah. My grandkids tear up my house, man. It's unreal.
That's a shame. That's
Put
a
on
shame.
some Taylor.
All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, let's start with the Major League Baseball Divisional Series starting up tomorrow. Brewers-Cubs. Brewers have home field advantage. They are minus 125 favorites, which, by the way, all of these series are pretty close.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited because we got some good matchups here. Brewers minus 125 to win the series over the Cubs. The Yankees minus 150 to win the series against the Blue Jays, despite the Blue Jays having home field. Same with the Dodgers. The Dodgers minus 125 favorites over the Phillies, despite Philly being the home team. And the Mariners, who are the home team.
You're talking series, not
series
game
price,
one.
not game one, not game one. Mariners minus 165 to beat the Tigers. I would imagine that game one of that Tigers series. I can get Tigers plus 180 right now in game one with no pitchers announced.
No, I don't have that. I got Mariners minus 200 here.
What do you got on the Tigers?
I'm trying to find it. Let's see here.
Because I'm almost certain they're going to
165.
I'm almost certain they're going to start Skubal, and if Skubal pitches, there's zero chance he'll be a dog.
Right.
Like it's impossible. And he last pitched on Tuesday. Last pitched on Wednesday. He'll pitch on Saturday. He last pitched on Tuesday because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, the 4 days off. He's gonna pitch. I'm gonna lock that in.
They just don't have it official yet.
Yeah, he's not announced yet. The NFL, the National Football League. Minnesota Vikings, Cleveland Browns. Vikings minus 4.5, totals 35.5 now. What do you
take the under points, and that's about all I like.
4.5's too many. Yeah. I can't do that. Broncos plus 3.5 at the Eagles. I've already told you I like the Broncos. I think I saw an article on ESPN today. Are the Eagles the worst 4-0 team ever? Ooh, I don't know about that.
I've seen some Pittsburgh teams that were pretty bad at 4-0.
For real. Giants at the Saints. Saints minus 1.5 at home. The Raiders. Oh, now see, this is where I'm talking. I might be on the Raiders now. Raiders plus 7. Getting a full touchdown at the Colts. I guess the question boils down to, do you believe in what you've seen from the Colts so far?
They played the Rams just good enough to give me enough pause not to put any money there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think they're as good as we thought, but they are better than I thought they were.
The Dallas Cowboys minus 2.5 at the Jets. You're a Cowboy guy this weekend?
Take the Cowboys all the way through. I think they're going to score some points. The defense isn't going to be so bad because the Jets are literally that bad. They can't throw the ball. And if you can't throw the ball, you're not going to be able to beat the Cowboys.
I'm going to go over 47.5.
I like the over. I like the Cowboys. Maybe they're look at the first half, see what they do. I would also maybe get the Jets might get their personal best.
Yeah,
offensively too.
If they're like anybody else, that seems to be the case. Texans minus 2.5 at Baltimore. You think you willing to bet against the Ravens at home?
No, I'm
even
not.
With Tyrod Taylor?
I should, but I'm not. I wouldn't.
Give me the Ravens. Give me Cooper Rush, baby. Give me the rush.
The Texans defense is good, man. They are really good.
Dolphins minus 1.5 at the Panthers. That number is so crazy to me. Give me the Panthers for sure.
Yep.
Titans plus 7.5 at Arizona. I should be on the Titans, but I won't be. I am going to be on, here we go, Seattle minus 3 against Tampa. You got to pay minus 120 if you want the 3, but that's a valuable number. I think Seattle takes care of business. I like Seattle this weekend. Cincinnati catching 10.5 at home against the Lions. I really want to bet the Bengals here, but they're so dreadful. Chargers minus 2.5 against Washington. I like the Chargers. Bills up to minus 8.5 hosting New England. That's a bit of a jump. Yeah, I'll probably stay away from that one as well. Some of the big college football matchups. Actually, we got 5 games tonight. Charlotte's at South Florida. South Florida, a 27.5-point favorite. South Florida is going to
annihilate them.
They're going to drill those guys. Western Kentucky plus 3 at Delaware. San Jose State minus 2.5 hosting New Mexico. I like San Jose State here. They lost last week to Stanford in a game that they dominated for the majority of it. New Mexico's got 3 wins over crummy teams. San Jose State was supposed to be a favorite to win the Mountain West to begin the season. I think they're a little underrated now.
Why are they 1-3? What? Did they get somebody hurt?
No, they've played a.
I've been paying attention.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're not great, but they're better than New Mexico. West Virginia is at BYU. BYU laying 19.5, and Colorado State is at San Diego State. San Diego State minus 6.5. Games of import in the top 25 or around Texas. Michigan, a 17.5-point favorite against Wisconsin. Oh, that's tough, man. But Wisconsin, they may just suck.
Yeah, I think they're god-awful. And it's time for Underwood to kind of start throwing the ball a little bit. You're not just a running quarterback.
Kentucky catching 20.5, almost 21 at Georgia. If it gets to 21, I'm taking Kentucky. This is historically Kirby Smart as a huge favorite in SEC games. He'll win by 10. He'll win by 14. He doesn't see any reason to blow these guys out.
Does have some barbarians at the gate, though.
He's not Lane Kiffin. Kirby ain't looking to embarrass everybody. Lane Kiffin, he goes out there looking to embarrass you. There's differences. Illinois is minus 9.5 on the road at Purdue. If I can get 10, I'll be on Purdue as well. Cincinnati, Iowa State, one of the better games of the weekend. I like Cincinnati this weekend. Rob, I think, likes Iowa State. I don't trust any of their wins. North Carolina is a 14.5-point home dog against Clemson. I can't, in good conscience, recommend anyone bet money on Clemson laying over 2 touchdowns. That's crazy to me. Baylor laying 6 against Kansas State. I do like the Bears this weekend. UTSA, meet, minus 6.5 at Temple. Playing in an NFL stadium in front of probably 50 people.
They're going to roll Temple. Are you kidding me?
I hope so. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them get things going. Alabama and Vanderbilt. Alabama is a 10.5-point home favorite against Vandy. Now, remember, Alabama was like a 3-touchdown favorite in Nashville last year. Now they're only catching 10.5 at home. I want to bet Vanderbilt, but I feel like the number's just not right. This should probably be 14.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be so much fun to watch because nobody since Johnny has the ability to do what he can do, what Pavi can do against a team like Bama.
And Johnny will be on the sidelines. Texas is at Florida in the Swamp where there's projected 20-mile-an-hour winds in the Swamp this weekend, which may even be better for Texas's defense. I told you guys I'm playing the Florida team total under. 18.5 is the number on Florida. They've been scoring 10, 13, 7 against lesser teams than Texas. I don't know how they get up points, but also Texas was a 7-point favorite 3 days ago. They're 4.5-point favorites now. So money is flying in on the Gators here.
Also on your DFS, I like a lot of the low numbers on Lagway. Go under on the Lagways. Go low under.
Especially, I think a great one. I don't know if your Prize Picks has this, but longest completion.
Yeah,
I'm looking lower. Yeah, because all he did was after the 5 interception game, he's like, Billy Napier said, "Dude, you're babying the football," and he didn't have any turnovers last week, but he also had no explosive plays. Notre Dame a 21-point favorite over Boise at home. Yeah, it's a big number, man. Yeah. But Notre Dame does need style points. Washington -6.5 at Maryland, coming off a loss for Washington. That's a big game for them. Maryland, it might be a good spot to buy low on Washington, sell high on Maryland. Here's a game I really like. Oregon State is going all the way across the country to Appalachian State for a game that doesn't seem like it matters to anybody. Give me Appalachian State.
Why am I scheduling that game?
Because you don't have a conference. You only have 2 teams in your conference.
I'll find somebody close to beat my ass. I don't have to travel across the country to get beat. I can beat by somebody close.
I do like Texas State on the road at Arkansas State here, -13.5. I think Texas State can put it on them. Houston is hosting Texas Tech. Texas Tech's -12.5.
Look out, Houston.
Houston's offense is just so poor, and Texas Tech has a really expensive defense. I could see them just putting it on them.
Yeah, I press them, and they don't mind scoring 40.
Miami laying 4.5 at Florida State should be a good one. I like Minnesota catching 24 at Ohio State. I think Ohio State is not like some sort of explosive offense. No, they've slowed the game down too. A&M up to 15.5-point favorites against Mississippi State.
We're getting to the edge of my comfort level. I was much
liked
happier.
It at 13.5, 14.
I was much happier at 13.5. But
yeah, it's getting a pretty good ways up there. And UFC 320 is this weekend. The main event of the evening, a rematch for the light heavyweight title between Magomed Ankalaev, the champion, and the challenger, Alex Pereira. Magomed Ankalaev, a -270 favorite. Pereira +220 on the comeback. I'm going to go over 3.5 rounds in this fight. They went 5 full rounds the last time, and Ankalaev didn't even wrestle. And I think he is going to wrestle this time, which almost is a certainty. It's going to go deep into the rounds. So give me, in the main event, Ankalaev, Pereira, give me over 3.5 rounds. There's another title fight, Merab Dvalishvili against Corey Sandhagen. If you there's some sites like DraftKings, places like that will let you do -5.5. Like it's going to be a blowout decision. Lay that with Merab. He's going to blow out Corey Sandhagen.
So 3.5 total rounds, more or less.
Merab?
Yeah.
Higher. Merab always wins by decision. All right, friends, that does it for us. Blitz comes up at 2. We'll be back on Monday and do it all over again. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.